What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fantasy Endgame Live. We're here to help you with all your decisions, whether it's still waiver wire, you got some trades in the mix, starts it already. Why not? Let's get to it. We're going to break down the latest news. You know what? Also, remember this is the return, not just of all those decisions, but the return of the midweek practice injury reports and
Yes.
all those fun, unexpected injuries that didn't happen on Sunday. But here we go. And already, I kind of out of nowhere, sort of big one. So, George Kittle, he's out. We knew that. How about his quarterback, Brock Purdy? Not going to play either. We heard all of a sudden it was like a shoulder and a toe thing. Didn't see anything on Sunday, but now not only is he not expected to play this week, now all of a sudden they're putting multiple weeks out there. Chris, did we miss something? Like, where did this come from?
I don't know where this came. I mean, he obviously hurt the toe during the game and played through it. It must be pretty serious if he can't go. Yeah, I will say on the plus side here, at least it's Mac Jones. Like, not that Mac Jones is great, right? Not that Mac Jones is great, but we're talking about a quarterback who was drafted early, has a
Yeah.
pedigree. And look what he did in Jacksonville last year. Like, you know what I mean? He's more than serviceable for a backup. And in this Shanahan offense, I mean, it'd probably be better if he had Kittle, but he's got Christian McCaffrey, he's got Ricky Pearsall. Maybe he'll have Jennings for whatever that's worth. They get the Saints this week. I think the 49ers can survive without Purdy for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. It's not like they's like, oh, okay, let's go in the season with some fifth round rookie quarterback because we'll never need him. This is an experienced quarterback. Look, we kind of went on about this last night in the stream. He kind of looked better than Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville last year, at the very
Yep.
least. He helped Brian Thomas Jr. He looked a lot better with Mac Jones than with T-Law. But anyways, I'm not saying I feel better about Ricky Pearsall and company with Mac Jones, but it's not the end of the world
Right.
for fantasy. But honestly, like what's going on in San Francisco? How are they not able to field a healthy team ever? Like every position. Like what's going on there?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they do there in San Francisco, but it's crazy how snake bit they've been the last 2 years.
At some point, maybe switch something up in the practice routine or like check out the training regimen. I don't know. I'm not an expert in that field. I don't know. All right. So just be prepared. If Brock Purdy was your fallback at quarterback, you might need to fall back somewhere else. And so if you got questions who to pick up, of course, we'll help you answer that. And then what to do with all those other players. Also, another one, by the way, talked about last night. You were saying about tight ends. And yeah, tight ends. Some tight ends stood out in week one. Dallas Goedert led his team in targets in week one. Probably not going to do it in week two because now it sounds like he's not going to play.
Yeah, where did this come from? Sprained his knee? Did he sprain it on Thursday last week? Or like how have we gone? They played on Thursday. How have we gone this long without hearing anything about like did he sprain it getting out of bed yesterday or something? Like how did this happen? Yeah, this came out of nowhere.
Yeah. A couple of things. I actually even saw too James Cook and it said hamstring limited today. You're like, okay, they say it's not a big deal, but man, anytime you see hamstring with a running back, you're like, okay. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that one. But again, it's only Wednesday, right?
Right.
Overreact to the midweek first practice report. But always got to be ready. So we're going to help you. You got questions. We're going to get to your questions. That's why we're here. But first, get to your picks. Don't forget, on Underdog, you get a gimme pick if you sign up for the first time. For whatever reason, you haven't tried Underdog yet, sign up now. You get a gimme, a free pick on Sunday. Do your NFL pick'ems. And also, if you're new, you put $5 towards your picks or towards anything, really, and you get $50 in bonus funds put in your account. So that's a pretty good incentive. And all that is just new this season, early in the season, on top of what you've already been able to get this whole time. If you're new to Underdog, you sign up using code ENDGAME, you get up to $1,000 of bonus cash on your first deposit. And you get a special pick plus the gimme pick plus the bonus cash. So long story short, try Underdog. If you haven't yet, use code ENDGAME when you check out. And speaking of code ENDGAME, correct me if I'm wrong, because it does happen on occasion. We still doing the bonus for Draft Lane. Still doing that promo code.
I mean, I don't think we've turned it off yet. So, yeah.
Maybe we were supposed to, but we didn't. I mean, look, hey, try it if you haven't yet. You get some questions answered for free on Draft Lane. Again, we'll do as many questions as we can here. Super chats first. That's why that feature exists. Super chat guarantees that you get your question answered, but at the same time, we have Draft Lane, and that's the way that we can answer your questions at any time. Don't have to wait for the live stream. Maybe you have some more questions afterwards and all sorts of questions. So, for example, if you look here, start sit, easy. We showed you that yesterday. I don't think we've showed off the trade feature, have we?
No, let's show it off.
Here we go. So advanced trade. And sometimes you can put a question, but sometimes not. Here's what we can do. Again, this user is in a Yahoo league. It doesn't have to just be a Draft Lane league. So Yahoo Sleeper syncs with Draft Lane. We're going to go to the roster here. Let's check out what this team has. All right. Now we're not going to go to this. This takes a while, right? The trade one takes some in-depth thought here. We are going to, but got Baker, Ladd, Drake London, Jahmyr Gibbs. Looks like a pretty good team. We're flexing Booty already. All right.
And two flex, it looks like Booty and Pearsall.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Devontae on the bench.
Two kickers. No. We have a kicker on IR. Wow. Okay.
Well,
All right. So we could potentially, and I'm just going to throw this out there. We're not going to finish all this now, but look, Javonte, sell high, and we can do trade away. We could say something like Schultz.
Throw in a kicker. By the way, also saw speaking of Dalton Schultz, Cade Stover on IR. When did that happen?
Yeah. Well, that's true. Cade Stover was on the field, but he's not going to be on the field. Look, that might slightly help Dalton Schultz. I think it's safe to drop him, right?
Dalton Schultz, yes. I don't think you need Dalton Schultz. Although, Cade Stover did have as many catches as Dalton Schultz in week 1.
True. Okay, so here's the other cool thing. League. This is the user who submitted this trade request, advanced trade request. Now all of a sudden we can see every team in this league. And we can basically look for the best trade partner. Looks like he's number 1 in this league. Very nice. So then let's see. Might not cooperate with me right now, but anyways, usually it'll let you look into it. We'll look at this later. But trade away, drop, and then I can go to another team and add and say trade for. It's pretty in depth. We don't have time for this right now, but we will definitely get back to it. So just want to let you know that advanced trade feature is there on Draft Lane. But again, go here until we just, realize that we haven't taken it off yet. Put code ENDGAME. You get $10 free credit. There you go. All right. But we do have a lot of trade and waiver wire and start sit questions lined up here. So I know it's what you've all been waiting for. Let's get to your questions. John, it's the first one. Got the membership. Full PPR. Hurts or Herbert?
I mean, I have no reason to ever bench Jalen Hurts. I like Herbert this week, but I can't. Like, I just roll Jalen Hurts every week, and this is why I don't draft the second quarterback when I have Jalen Hurts. So I don't have to waste precious energy debating, do I start Jalen Hurts or Justin Herbert? I just start Jalen Hurts every week and I'm fine.
Even without Dallas Goedert, I would still start Jalen Hurts. Yeah. Look, maybe somebody in your league wants or needs a quarterback. See if you can trade Justin Herbert away after his big game. Start 2 running backs: Henry, Hall, Monty, Javonte Williams. It's got to be the first 2.
I mean, yeah, it's got to be the first 2 here. I mean, Henry's a must. I think Brees, after what we saw last week, you got to start him.
2 receivers in the flex: Nakua, DJ Moore, Ladd, Diggs, Hunter.
Is this full people? Okay, I'm gonna go Nakua and Lad for sure. Oh man, it gets close for the flex here. Like, do I feel good enough about DJ Moore against the Lions, or do I just roll Javante against the Giants, or even Monty against the Bears? Man.
Monty is a consideration, actually, even though it's full PPR. I don't know. DJ Moore, look, Caleb Williams, say what you want about how that game ended. He looked better. I think the offense will be better. I think they're going to have to pass it a lot in this game. I don't think it's a big DJ Moore game, but I don't know. We really put Monty over Moore?
Well, I don't know about Monty. I'm kind of wondering about Javante over Moore.
Oh, Javante.
Well, we know he's going to get more touches than Monty. He plays the Giants. That doesn't scare me. But it is full PPR. I mean, really, the PPR choice here is tough for me, honestly. I mean, the flex choice, not the PPR choice. The flex choice is tough for me here, honestly, because it's like I could make a case. I could even make a case for Stephon Diggs. I mean, I could even make a case for Travis Hunter, honestly.
Yeah, Diggs is a consideration. I think if it's my team, I'm going Moore still for now.
Yeah, I guess it's PPR. I guess go Moore. It's fine. They're all very close there.
Actually, the toughest decision might be tight end here. Mark Andrews, David Njoku, or Juwan Johnson.
You have all these tight ends. You know what? I'm rolling out Juwan Johnson. Look, maybe Juwan Johnson's a trap. Maybe last week's usage was just random week one. There's going to be a lot of guys who are, had random crazy week one usage and it's going to disappear this week. And maybe he's one of them. But let's find out.
I agree. Well, let's find out there. Also interesting to see how long we hold Njoku if Harold Fannon's usage was legit. Okay, so that was John. And now the other John. He was next. Dak or Bo?
Oh, man. Bo. What do we do with Bo? So bad last week, but he gets the Colts. But then, as I've been saying, are the Colts maybe a sneaky good defense this year? Man, I like Dak this week. I think I'm just going to go Dak.
Bo's tough. It's tough because it's another one of these matchups here against the AFC South opponent. You're like, I don't see it being a high-scoring game. Again, I think we've got to chalk up a lot of what happened for Indy last week to the Dolphins' ineptitude. Let's go Dak for upside. All right. Then other John also wants to know, would you drop Ertz to pick up likely, not likely, Juwan Johnson? Yes, Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, not likely, but you can pick up Juwan Johnson.
All right. And then Jordan, as a fellow Njoku owner, panicked and picked up Kraft. Well, I would fine with that. And Juwan. Now we got 3 tight ends again. We're gonna have an obscene amount of 3 tight end teams in fantasy this season.
Or at least this week.
Yeah.
And then if Juwan goes out there and only gets like 2 targets, it's like, all right, everybody's going to drop him again. But again, like I said, I mean, I do like Kraft, but there's always the worry with the Packers that they just don't throw it a ton. I think I'll just go Juwan.
I do like Kraft enough. I would pick him up. I'm going to buy into Kraft. I don't want to move too far off of my preseason valuations of these players. I mean, right. Kraft was fine. He's in a good offense. I still would rather have the tight end in Green Bay than the tight end in New Orleans. Juwan's usage was great, but again, it's just 1 week. So I'm going to go. I mean, look, you said you already picked both up. Who do you drop is the question. I mean, I don't know if I can drop. I'm going to drop Njoku already for Juwan Johnson.
Oh, we got to drop? You have to drop one?
Yeah, I just realized. He says, who should I drop? He doesn't want 3 tight ends, which, okay, that's good.
Okay, it makes sense. But why'd you pick up 3 tight ends then?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because I panicked.
There's like things that, like, I don't understand, like, the psychology sometimes, and I need help understanding this. You knew you had Njoku. You're like, I don't feel good. I'm panicked about Njoku. Totally fair. So I'm going to pick up a different tight end. but I don't want 3 tight ends. But you picked up 2 tight ends, which gives you 3 tight ends. Like,
you know what? I know, I get it now. What he did, he's like, okay, let me get them both, and then let me ask Chris and Pierre what they think, and then I'll decide which tight end to hold on to. I think I see it now. Smart move.
I mean, I guess that's a strategy. Or maybe, you know, maybe he put a claim in for both, and somehow nobody else picked them up, and he's like, "Oh crap, now I have both."
That may be true too. You're like, oh well, just in case my backup, and you're like, oh, I got all of them. I got 5 players.
Like, wait, I only wanted one. Not trying to pick on you, Jordan. I just think it's funny that, like, I don't want 3 tight ends, but I picked up 2 more. I can't drop Njoku yet. We can't overreact to week 1. I mean, again, I will say this again. Last year, after week 1, your top 3 scoring wide receivers were Jaden Reed, Allen Lazard, and Cooper Kupp. So, you know, if you overreacted and dropped, say, like, I don't know, Jamar Chase scored like 6 points in week 1 last year. I'm not saying people drop, but you know what I mean? If you said, oh, this wide receiver had a terrible game, I'm going to drop him for Allen Lazard, you know, you basically made a fatal error. So I don't want to drop Njoku just because of that. I need to see it again, right? I need to see it again.
Right.
It's between Kraft, Juwan. I mean, long term, Kraft, again, like you said, Kraft was a guy we were higher on before the season, so it should probably be Kraft. I'm just scared that, like, what if Juwan gets another 8-10 catches, and I'm like, oh crap. But what are you gonna do?
He might. Can't play scared. Come on. Can't be scared here. All right. Enough tight end talk for now until the next question.
For like 2 minutes.
Go again.
I feel like we're gonna have a lot of tight end questions this week.
Not even, more like 2 seconds, because here I see 3 tight ends again. Fields, Mahomes, or Herbert?
Man, I think Herbert is probably your safer bet here going against the Raiders, because you know I love Fields. And you know I want to say Fields. But Herbert, like, I feel good that Herbert's going to throw for 250 to 300 yards and probably a couple touchdowns against the Raiders. And he might still scramble for 30 to 40 yards. You know, I feel pretty good that Fields could probably scramble for 30, 40 or more yards and maybe score a rushing touchdown. But what if he only throws for like 150 yards this week and no touchdowns? And he's just like, okay, right? So I think I do, just because it's such a good matchup for Herbert this week against the Raiders, I probably go Herbert. But again, I don't want to drop Fields. Like, I don't know why you have 3 quarterbacks here. What are we doing? What's going on? And you got 3 tight ends. Like, what? Do you have any running backs or wide receivers on your bench?
Apparently, there's I don't know, this deep team, or you're just picking off the waiver. Like, maybe all these guys are available. I don't know.
Maybe.
All right. Well, look, this one's easier. Kraft, Goddard, or Johnson. It's not Goddard because apparently he's hurt now, and we just talked Kraft, Johnson. I would go Kraft.
Yeah, I guess we're still going Kraft, but I'm a little nervous that it's going to be Johnson.
Pick 2: Pearsall, Moore, Harvey, Javonte, Jalen Warren, Hollywood Brown, Keon Coleman, probably Keenan Allen or QJ. Pick 2. This is, by the way, I don't think I even said this is Abraham bin stock, and this was 5 hours ago. So hopefully you're watching back or you're still here.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm still going Pearsall here. I don't, just because it's Mac Jones is going to scare me off Pearsall against the Saints. I'm still going Pearsall. Jamar, Harvey, Javonte Williams. Again, we had this same choice. Although, you know what? I might be able to go Hollywood Brown here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Assuming it's PPR.
It is PPR, says all PPR. You could even make a case for Keenan against the Raiders, but yeah, I like Hollywood probably best of this group. Let's go Hollywood.
We know Hollywood's going to get all the targets from Mahomes, or most of the targets.
Right. All right. Mary Jo has a couple questions. First, the 10-teamer. Who needs 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1 flex. So Penix or Caleb?
I'm going Penix this week.
Yeah, I think now that we are pretty sure Drake London is playing. They're saying he sounds good. So if London's playing, go Penix. CMC, Swift, Harvey, Mason. 2 of those.
Well, you got to start CMC. I think Swift is next for me. I know Swift didn't have a big game, but man, the usage was great. What do you get? Like 5 targets, all the carries. He's getting all the usage there. So I think I got to go Swift over Harvey and Mason.
Yeah, he's going to be used as a receiver, as we saw. Revenge game for him. And then got Evans, BTJ, Ladd, Booty, Dunze, Debo. Okay, so this might be tough for 2 receivers. We still need to flex. And of course, you're starting Henry because not Kittle.
Well, I think you got to start BTJ and Ladd still. I'm not. Again, we can't just all of a sudden be like, nope, not starting those guys because of week 1. Flex is going to be a little bit tough here.
You said BTJ and Ladd?
Yeah, you got to start BTJ and Ladd, right?
Yeah. Well, don't forget, because he's on the other line. Evans is there too. I think you have to start Evans, don't you?
Oh, I didn't see Evans. Okay, yeah, you got to start Evans, BTJ, and Ladd. I don't care what happened last week. Those guys are in my lineup. Like, they got to string together 3 or 4 really bad games before I start thinking about, like, okay, maybe something's happening here and I need to bench them.
Exactly. All right, and then the 8-teamer, same lineup format, got Williams or Knicks now.
I think here I still got to go Knicks.
Chuba, Bijan, Pacheco, K9. Bijan and Chuba?
Yeah, let's just go. We know Chuba's the guy there. We don't have to worry about K9.
And then we got 2 receivers. I think JSN is a must. AJB, London, Diggs, Hollywood, Worthy.
I think JSN and London are must, and I'm still flexing AJ Brown. I'm not ready to bench AJ Brown yet.
Right. We haven't heard anything about an injury to him, right? Like, oh, it was the hamstring or it was this. Right. As far as I know,
he had the hamstring. We know he had the hamstring in camp, so I do wonder how healthy it is or isn't. But they haven't said anything like that's going to limit him. But if we hear something, you can pivot. You have plenty of options here.
True. And then Pitts or Njoku. I think
Pitts.
I think it's now Pitts. All right. Good luck, Mary Jo. And then Jay, apparently in Scotland, wet and windy Scotland, I can imagine.
Welcome.
I'm in hot, dry Texas. It's very opposite. Scotland, 14-teamer, non-PPR. Okay. 2 receivers, 2 running backs, a flex, and a tight end. Let's see. Goff. Okay, Goff. CMC, Pacheco, Mason, Sampson, Evans, Higgins, Diggs, Allen, McMillan, Strange, and Njoku.
All right, Strange over Njoku. Obviously, you're playing Goff, which is fine this week. You're definitely playing CMC. I might go Mason over Pacheco. Mason got a hefty amount of work in that game. He looked pretty good. Let's see if Pacheco can pull away a little bit this week before I put him in my lineup. You got to play Evans. You got to play Higgins. I don't care what happened last week. You got to play those guys. And then flex, I'm going to flex Tet, although I don't blame you if you flex Keenan. And he feel like Keenan might be safer. But I like the upside for Tet.
It's Strange or Njoku.
Strange. Definitely Strange. Again, I'm not ready to give up on Njoku, but let's see him be the tight end one first. Strange has a great matchup this week.
Okay, Derek Gonzalez, Fields or Dak?
Fields.
Also, Calvin Ridley, Monty, Chuba, McConkey, Omari, and Hampton. Just need 2 of those in PPR.
Well, I think you got to start Ladd, and then, I mean, I like Ridley, I like Hampton, but I don't really have a reason to bench Chuba. He's the workhorse running back there. I think I just go Chuba. Yeah,
it wasn't a huge game, but Chuba's still a belt cow. What was good about Chuba was the way he was used. He was the guy. Yep. He's it. Like he's going to be the guy, and it'll be hopefully a better game for them overall on offense. All right, Marcus, what's up? Marcus in the insane 8-team league where everybody has a Pro Bowl roster. Got Allen, CMC, Jacobs, Chase, London, and Njoku, Pickens, Hurts, Etienne, Henderson, Worthy, Ibuka, blah, blah. Interesting. drop one to pick up Kittle. He's thinking long term here. Well, I mean, I'd like to say drop. You can't drop Njoku because you need a tight end.
Wait, did you? Because I know he had Kenneth Walker on this team. Please don't tell me you dropped Kenneth Walker for Etienne.
He might have.
Like I would rather drop Tyreek Hill than Kenneth Walker, especially in this. Remember, this is a point per carry. Remember, this is a point per carry league, and you get big play bonuses. Well, Tyreek Hill gets 0 carries, and when's the last time Tyreek Hill has had a big play? 2 years ago? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's really annoying. I saw a thing to teams have been inquiring, like calling the Dolphins, like, "Hey, is Tyreek available?" And they're like, "Nah, we're good
for now. They're good for now. They won't be forever." All right. Yes, he says right there, PPR on point per carry. Okay, you got to start Josh Allen, of course. You got to start CMC, of course. You got to start Jacobs, of course. You got to start Chase, of course. You got to start London. I'm flexing Etienne because in a league where I get 1 point per carry, I want a running back that I know is getting 15 to 20 carries, and that's going to be Etienne this week. I mean, that's just you just start with 15 to 20 point floor, regardless of whatever else he does. I mean, for your league, an 8-teamer, I would drop Tyreek Hill to pick up Kittle if you want to stash Kittle, honestly. What is Tyreek Hill giving us? I mean, we have a year plus now of Tyreek Hill being bad to mediocre. Like the only hope here is he goes to the Chiefs. And even then, is that enough? Because they're talking like Worthy. They're not even going to put Worthy on IR. We know Rashee Rice is coming back in week 7. Like it's not going to be just him and Kelsey like it was back in the day. So, I mean, if you really want to pick up Kittle, I'd probably just drop Tyreek Hill. I can't drop anybody else. I don't want to drop in. I mean, you can't drop Njoku because then you don't have a tight end.
Yeah, I wonder if anybody else is available. It's only an 18 league. Maybe there's a better tight end on waivers. All right, Tyler C, 10-team, half PPR. All right. RB1 is Bijan. Keep Algier or drop him for Benson.
I think this comes down to how my running back room is. Like if I have a pretty solid running back room behind Bijan, like maybe I have Chuba Hubbard, DeAndre Swift, Tony Pollard, you know what I mean? Where I have like 3, or even Jordan Mason, where I have like 3 guys behind them that I at least feel are serviceable, then I want to keep Algier because Benson isn't just going to make James Conner irrelevant. The only chance Benson has to absolutely being like the guy is a James Conner injury, which could happen. But we know if Bijan goes down, it's going to be all Tyler Algier, and you have Bijan. So if you need running back depth because maybe you only have handcuffs, you don't have running backs that can actually score fantasy points right now, then sure, I would do this, but only if I really need Benson. If he's just a stash, no, I'll keep Algier.
Yeah, probably smarter to keep Algier here. Drop Njoku. Well, these all are available. Again, this goes back to the same thing over and over again. Don't want to drop Njoku, but I would rather play Henry in week 2. But
yeah, if all these tight ends are available, this is the thing. If all these tight ends are still like, I'm assuming waivers ran in your league already. So if all these tight ends are still available, and you drop Njoku, is somebody like, ooh, Njoku, and gonna go grab him? Nah, all these guys are available, so I would drop him for Henry.
Well, it looks if that's the case, nobody picked up Fannin. That's surprising. Well, if nobody picked up Fannin, nobody's picking up Njoku. At least I don't think so. Yeah, let's do it. Exactly. Go ahead, Henry. Xavier needs to improve the RB room. Has Cook, Hendo, and Benson. Wide receiver is pretty good. Already tried trading for Chuba. Big no, not just no, but a big no. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess we're looking for trade options here.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't mind trying to trade DK Metcalf right now. He's coming off an okay game, right?
Yeah, looked good.
Um,
Aaron Rodgers looked amazing. 4 touchdowns. He's back, right? Vintage Aaron
right.
Rodgers.
He's got that name recognition.
But who maybe wouldn't be a big no if you offered DK for? I mean, I don't think that was an insulting offer. What about Pollard? Is that enough?
I would trade DK for Pollard. I think you could get Pollard. I think you could get Swift.
Oh yeah, actually, Swift is a good one. It didn't have a great game. I think that's good. Yeah, those
If
two guys
you're-
seem pretty fair.
If you're really willing to gamble on the potential of a home run, you could maybe see if you could get Kenneth Walker. People are pretty worried right now about Kenneth Walker.
And we'll say this, we kind of mentioned on some of the videos, but you're like, Henderson didn't do a whole lot. Look, it might happen a lot sooner than you think. I think you'll be good with Henderson pretty soon as you're starting RB2, but I get it. You only have 3 running backs and one of them isn't the starter. So yeah, you're deep enough. Let's still try to flip DK. Or Shakir. Like, I'm fine trading Shakir for whatever. I know you are too.
Yes.
KJ Sticks. QB2, no tight end. Way to go.
Nice.
Knicks, Nico Sutton, T-Mac Chase, Hampton, Chase Brown, and Walker, Addison Sharps, QJ Sampson, Daniel Jones, and Caleb Williams. We have 3 quarterbacks.
All right. Getting a lot of 3 tight end, 3 QB teams. I'm still going Knicks over these guys. Daniel Jones against the Broncos. No, thank you. Yeah, Sutton T-Mac is good. Chase Brown Hampton is good. K9 is a flex. Do I flex anybody else? Do I flex QJ over Hampton or Samson? I don't think I can.
I don't think I can do that. Look, Hampton wasn't great. He's still the lead running back. He's still going to get all the touches. Najee's not ready. QJ, you're just betting on a touchdown, right? Like, I'm going to roll the dice and hope Johnson scores a touchdown. Just go Hampton. Actually, it looks like your lineup is good. All right, Moises, welcome back again. Got good players from the waiver wire. Always feels good. So now we need to set the lineup. We've got 1 running back, 2 receivers, a tight end, and a flex to put in there. Okay, so Hampton, Dobbins, or Walker. Which running back?
Hampton this week.
And then Myers, Nico, Keenan, Olave. So we need 2 receivers and a flex. And you got to start Nico.
You still got to start Nico despite what happened last week. How do you not start Jacoby Myers? Raiders, pass happy team. Chip Kelly, baby. Chip Kelly. He may not be a great offensive coordinator in real life, but he's great for fantasy.
Right.
Do we need a flex here? I mean, if you want to flex Keenan Allen because you feel a little safer about him, I'm okay with that. I probably still flex Kenneth Walker. I just feel like the upside is too great there. But if you're like, after last week, you're like, I can't do it, Keenan's fine.
I thought you would go Keenan for the flex here. Again, we're assuming it's PPR. It doesn't say. I think I would go Keenan because it's the Raiders. And then Kincaid, Strange, or Juwan Johnson.
Another 3 tight end team. I really like Strange this week against the Bengals. I might go Strange here. I think I'm going to go Strange here.
Yeah, I think we got to chase that matchup. It's just too good.
Yeah.
All right, Strange it is. And then also, still Moises, on a 12-teamer, got Chase Brown, Henderson, Jamar Chase, Sutton, Strange, and Hollywood on the bench. Are those guys? Well, hey, why not mix it up, right? You got Strange and Juwan Johnson on both teams. You just split the difference, and that way you're not aggravated if one busts.
Yeah, should be fine. Juwan should be fine.
J-Mo on the bench. Does he? It's Hollywood or J-Mo really is the only decision here.
I'm taking Hollywood. He's going to get so many targets from Mahomes.
Yeah, I think so. All right, well then you're good. MC. 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 3 receivers. Murray or Fields?
I'm going Fields this week.
Yeah. Definitely going Fields here. Walker or Pollard?
I mean, I think Pollard's fine if you don't want to risk it with Walker here.
Yeah, I really hope we get some clarity here. Still a little worried about that Titans offensive line, but I think Pollard's still getting all the touches. He's safer. So this comes down to your risk aversion. 3 of those receivers. So basically, we were forced to sit one of BTJ, Higgins, Wilson, or McLaurin.
Well, I like McLaurin this week, but it is still the Packers on the road. Let's bench Terry this week.
Yeah, you could kind of. Okay, Wilson's the guy I love this week, right? Okay, I'm starting Wilson. BTJ, yeah, wasn't great last week. You still have to start BTJ, I think. Yes, the Bengals, and then the Bengals get the Jaguars. So, said Terry. How do we feel about Njoku? Not great. Don't start him if you can afford to. JCR Melts. I know he used a draft plane. He had a question earlier. Don't remember what it was, but I know he had one. Pearsall without Purdy or Terry on Thursday night.
I still like Pearsall. It's the Saints. I mean, again, Mac Jones. We saw Mac Jones with the Jaguars last year not be horrible. Like it's not like they have, Dorian Thompson Robinson waiting in the wings or some, you know what I mean? Somebody where it's like, oh man, stay away. It's a Kyle Shanahan offense.
Right. He's capable. Yeah.
He's capable. I'm still going Pearsall here against the Saints.
And it partly was the matchup. You nailed it. You said Terry doesn't perform well against the Giants, but there may also still be a little bit of that not quite in midseason shape since we sat out for a while with the contract thing. So it might take some time. They're also trying to make sure they feature Debo, and the Packers that's a legit defense. It's a tough defense. It was interesting too. I noticed, I'm trying to remember what the stat was as far as most yards allowed by individual cornerbacks. And I think Jair Alexander was like second or third. So moving on from him, it really kind of helped their defense and their secondary. And then Hunter Henry or Mark Andrews. Like, I'm all in, obviously, on Henry too. I'm going Henry this week. Are you?
Yes, Henry over Andrews. Let's see Andrews get more involved.
Yep. All right. Big man fishing. What's up? 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, tight end.
Well, you got to go Hurts. You got to go CMC. I still go Walker. I mean, Sharps, Mason, am I really excited about them? I still go Walker. 2 wide receivers, Nico and Evans. I'm going to flex. Here's some good choices here. I like Ridley this week, but I think I like Jacoby more in that offense, especially if Bowers is banged up, which he might not be. I know it's not a great matchup for Jacoby against the Chargers, but man, in that offense, the way they're throwing the ball, I think I go Jacoby here. Yeah, McBride at tight end is good. This is the second league? All right, second league. We got okay, I like Fields, but come on. Why we got Fields and Lamar? Go Lamar. JT, yes. Jefferson, yes. Ooh, Pickens Myers close as well. I mean, I probably prefer Myers, honestly, but if you don't want Myers on both teams, you can go Pickens. We 3 wide receivers. Where are the rest of your wide receivers? Odunze, Diggs, Golden. I'm going to go Odunze at wide receiver 3. You need a flex. Okay, well, I'm going to flex Pickens. Okay, yeah, because you don't have another running back I want to play. So Lamar, JT, Jefferson, Pickens, Myers, Odunze at the flex, Bowers at tight end. Hopefully he plays.
And I said also to rate this team. And remember, this is an 8-man league.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, you got Achane and JT. You got Justin Jefferson. You got Lamar. You got Bowers. I mean, so you got studs everywhere, as you should. But, I think the wide receivers behind Jefferson are just good. Not great for an 8-teamer, but still, I mean, it's an 18. Like, you got good players everywhere. 8.5.
Exactly what I was thinking about an 8.5. I do like, obviously, big on Dunze. I know you're big on Golden. You got some potential here. All right. For first of all, Python, words of wisdom. Absolutely. Don't forget, hit the like button. All right. Which rookie? Is it Bill time or RJ Harvey?
No, it's Bill time. I mean, I know it's the Packers. I know it's a tough matchup, but Harvey's not quite there yet for me.
The thing is, you can't love Bill because of the matchup this week, but you know he's going to get more touches than Harvey right now, right here, right now. 3 quarterbacks. Oh, that's right. We got to do the thing.
Yeah, how did we do last week? I'm guessing not very well because I think I said Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
not play well.
I had Flacco, who he passed for some yardage, but I don't know if he was top 3. What was it?
Yeah,
passing. Let me see. I know we both picked Burrow.
It was Josh Allen, Geno Smith, Justin Herbert, Michael Penix, and Joe Flacco for the top 5.
Close. I was close with one.
I'm gonna go Justin Herbert. Actually, let me look at the matchups again. I think I'm definitely gonna go Justin Herbert though. Let's see. I mean, it almost feels unfair to say like Josh Allen.
Hey, there are no restrictions here. It's top 3, and they're not always who you would expect. Geno Smith.
You know what? I'm going back to the well with Joey B. At home against the Jags. It's gonna be a big Joe Burrow week.
Yeah.
So Herbert, Joey B.
And Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, no. Although I'd like that if it happened. You know, I might say... Might go Jared Goff 3 at home against the Bears.
All right. Okay. Got to make it a little different. I was all set to take Goff. I'm going to stick with Goff. I'll let you have Herbert. All right. I'm going to go Goff. I'm going to go Drake May just because another chance to
it's a good pick
on my Dolphins. And then let's go. Dare I say Caleb Williams, because of garbage time, will pile up yardage.
All right.
Going with a garbage time theme. All right, there we go, Python. Let's get it. NTY, 10-team full PPR, starting Neighbors, Myers, Weston McLaurin, got Booty from waivers. Well, it looks like we were just asking if it's time to start Booty over guys like Terry.
I mean, I like Booty this week because it's the Dolphins, but I can't start him over Terry. No.
Yeah, too soon. Look, yeah, you could flex him. I think he is. I think he's flex worthy, but over a guy like Terry, nah, I don't think so. All right, Steven Youngberg. Walker for Bill. Already has sharps.
Man. I mean, can I really do this, though? This is... When you say you have Charbonnet, so that makes me almost want to keep Walker more. Because the thing is,
right.
like, my thinking is, like, if I trade Walker for Bill, and this week Walker gets all the touches, or most of the touches, and looks great, I'm going to be kicking myself.
Right.
If I keep Walker and it's all Charbonnet, I have Charbonnet.
Yeah, I mean, the other way to look at it is like, okay, I have Walker and Sharps, right? Like I have the guy, but then you're like, what if this is just 50-50 all year? What if what we saw in week 1 is what we get all year? It's 50-50, and you don't know or don't want to start either of these guys. And then you're like, well, at least if I have Bill, I have the guy in Washington, and I have like half a guy in Seattle. You know what I mean? It's like you're almost like not hedging your betting, when you're like cutting your losses. I don't know. I think it's too soon. I can't trade Walker for Bill. I can't do this. If you have Walker.
Like I can't already be off my preseason, my draft season just because of what happened. Week one. Here's what I've noticed the last few years. Ever since the NFL went to the extra game and cut back the preseason by one game, week one is absolute wonkiness because teams hardly play anybody in the preseason anymore. Like it used to be, there were 4 preseason games. Nobody played their starters in the first game. They played like maybe a quarter in the second game. They would play like a half, like an entire half in the third game or more sometimes. And then they would sit everybody in the fourth game and they'd go into the season. Now it's like they barely play these guys, right? There's only 3 preseason games. They barely play them. And they go into week one and it's like, here we go. Let's see how good we are. Week one is absolute wonkiness. Like next year on the start sits, whatever I think is going to happen in week one, I'm just going to say the opposite. And I'll probably be more right than anybody in week one.
Yeah, that's exactly like that one account, which it's been documented, was like, last year was whatever. So this year, make sure you fire up Jaden Reed and DeAndre Hopkins and and Hollywood Brown. And I was like, what? How did you know?
Week one is wonky.
Start 2, Pollard, Tet, or Ibuka. So who sits? Is it Pollard? I think it's got Pollard. Assuming,
probably Pollard sits here. I like Tet and Ibuka.
And then flex Debo, Pearsall, or Pickens.
I'm still going Pearsall.
And then I think another start, Hollywood or Ricky. I'm going Ricky, right?
Yeah, but I'm okay if you want to go. If you don't want to have Ricky Pearsall in both leagues, Hollywood should be fine too.
All right, Cody, got a trade offer. Get Gibbs, give up Terry and Pollard.
Yes, 100%. This is the 2-for-1 league winning special I used to pull on my home league every year. Give me your underachieving stud first round pick, and I'll give you these 2 solid guys.
I think Gibbs wasn't even, like, for fantasy, wasn't even that bad in week 1. So this is weird, but whatever, do it. I already had Saquon and Genti, so Gibbs just kind of like flex here. Yeah, just take it.
Nothing wrong with having those 3 guys.
NTY, all right. First defense question. Got Lions. Others on waivers are Bucks, maybe Cardinals, Cowboys. I mean, the Lions should be fine against the Bears.
I kind of like, Lions are fine. I kind of like the Cowboys this week. They actually got a decent amount of pressure on Hurts last week, despite no Micah Parsons.
Well, they do get the Giants.
The Giants' offense looks inept.
Yeah.
But Lions should be fine.
Cowboys this week. I think the Lions will be fine, but Cowboys probably better. Arvin Angeles, thinking about trading for either Kamara or JT. Well, let's see. Trading Pacheco and Hollywood away. I don't know if that'll get you JT. You could try. Plus either Tet Ridley or Ibuka. Well, then now I'm wondering if that's worth it. Who would you rather have? Or I'd definitely rather have JT or Kamara. I know you would too.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm not like panicked about Kamara, but I'm a little worried that Spencer Rattler threw the ball 46 times and only 2 of them went to Kamara. Like, Kamara needs 5, 6, 7 catches. He needs that. So, yeah. If I'm picking one, it's JT.
So the question here, Pacheco expendable, Hollywood, waiver wire pickup. He's putting together a package for JT, not for Kamara. Which of these receivers would you trade away between those 3? These are all 3 we liked preseason.
I mean, if you badly need JT, do you badly need him? Like, I don't want to trade away any of them. I mean, I guess if I had to trade one, I don't know. Maybe Ridley. Maybe am I too high on Ibuka after week 1? Because I think Ibuka is going to have another good game this week.
I was thinking Ridley. If there's one you trade, I think that's fair. Ridley, Pacheco to get JT. I think that's fine. All right. Soul 315 has BTJ. Trust T-Law? No. Or trade him? Well, that doesn't mean you trade him.
Yeah, I think BTJ will be fine. Again, it's week one. Week one.
The thing is, you don't want to sell low, right? Oh, my good guy had a bad game. Let me trade him. That's the worst time to trade him. Just hold on. It's 1 week. And then Fly as Kane. What's up? Good afternoon. That's right. Good luck in week 2 to everybody. Let's get another win. Hopefully help deciding which 3 receivers to start. Odunze, Booty, Keenan, Keon, DK, Debo.
I think I'm going Odunze, Keenan, and DK.
Yeah, I've already said I need to see more from Coleman before I put him in my starting lineup. Debo's usage in week 1 was encouraging, but again, tough matchup. I could consider Booty over DK, but probably too soon for that also. Is there a quarterback worth starting over Knicks? I mean, yeah, but depends who it is. He said half PPR. Yeah, if it's half PPR, I don't think that changes the decision, right?
No.
All right, here's a fun tight end question. Roman. Juwan Johnson or Travis Kelce?
I'm pretty nervous about Travis Kelce, honestly. The Eagles, look how good the Eagles linebackers looked last week. Look what the Eagles did to Travis Kelce in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And he wasn't even good last week. He just scored a touchdown.
Right. It was 2 catches, right?
Yeah, 2 catches. But am I ready to put Juwan Johnson over Travis Kelce? I don't think so.
It's not a good matchup for Kelce. But the thing is, with Worthy out, they're probably going to get him more involved. It's just Johnson's not a sure thing, right? Nobody's a sure thing, of course. But yeah, if it's me, I'm still starting Kelce as well. Maybe that changes after this week. Who knows? All right, fill the vibe. Pitts for Kittle, a good trade.
I mean, if you're getting Kittle, yeah, give me Kittle. If somebody's already like, oh my God, I don't want Kittle, he's hurt, give me Kittle.
Apparently.
I can roll Johnny Smith. That's fine.
Well, okay, he's on IR. That's not good, but 4 weeks, hopefully not more. You can survive 4 weeks with a Jonnu, or look, how many good tight ends are on the waiver wire these days? You might pick up a Juwan Johnson or Bannon or somebody like that. So yeah, I think I would do this. Okay, let's go to Jesus Tapia. Needs 2 between Ridley, T-Mac, Connor. Oh, 1 wide receiver, 1. Well, 2 of them are receivers anyways.
I mean, I think Ridley's the one I'm definitely starting. Connor's tough because it's another great matchup this week. I mean, it might even be a better matchup than what he had last week, honestly, with the Panthers. They still look terrible again. I mean, Etienne looked like the greatest running back in the league last week. How much Benson are we going to see?
Yeah, that's my concern. We're going to see Benson a little more than Connor owners would like. Now, Connor still should be a solid RB2. His usage was still good overall, right? So not panicked on Connor. Just maybe need to temper expectations a little bit. But this is PPR. Ridley, T-Mac, I might just go with those receivers.
Yeah, that one is very tough. That one is very tough for me. This is probably one I'd be going back and forth on.
Yeah, on the bench, Javonte. I don't think I would put Javonte over those guys.
No.
All right. Captain Caveman needs a flex. Golden or Booty?
Gotta be Booty. It's not time for Golden yet.
Yeah, exactly. Go the guy who's getting the yardage, the air yardage, the targets, all of that. It's just too soon for Golden. And then flex Harvey or Tillman for the other.
I'm gonna go in full PPR. I'm gonna go Tillman. I might go Tillman even in non. I mean Harvey. I just think it's too soon for Harvey too. Too soon.
Exactly. These are the kind of rookies you stash, you keep them. It's going to take time. Don't drop them, but you don't have to start them either. Derek Gonzalez, drop Ferguson to get Njoku or Strange, and then and then who to start? Yeah, I'm dropping Ferguson. I already made that pretty clear yesterday. Who would you get?
I would get Strange. Drop Ferguson for Strange. Start Strange since he's going to be your only tight end.
Yeah. All right, and then Joe, start JMO or Pickens.
1.1 PPR. So you get like an extra 1/10 of a point per catch. That's weird. I like Pickens this week. I think it's a sneaky good matchup for Pickens. I think it's a sneaky not good matchup for JMO.
Yeah, neither guy did much last week. Between the two, Pickens probably in a better spot. All right, we're catching up. We're just now getting to the questions from after we started to go live. It's been an hour, but look, we had a lot of questions lined up. I know. So, you guys, you've been hanging out waiting for your super chat. We're getting there. AB, how cooked am I if I'm depending on Tyrone Tracy as my RB2? RB1 is Gibbs, have Mason and Sharps on the bench.
You got Mason and Sharps. You're not that cooked. You're fine. You got Gibbs. You're fine. Nobody. It's week 1. Nobody is cooked yet.
Right. Well, I'll say this: the Giants look pretty bad, pretty awful. But it might not be long before we see Jackson Dart era. All right, maybe I'll give some life. And I kind of, I'm going to say the same thing as I did yesterday with the Dolphins. Dayball needs to go. Right, this guy's just obviously not a great head coach. I think he pretty much got that job. There's so many offensive coordinators that basically land jobs riding on the coattails of these quarterbacks that they groomed and they coached, and that quarterback continues to be great after they're gone, and then that coach gets a job and does nothing, right? Like, oh, he made Josh Allen. Oh, okay. Anyways, I think Dayball's gone. He probably won't last half the season, and then we can see something different, and just different is good. Different is going to be better. So I'm not giving up on Tracy yet. All right. My Dayball rant. He needs to go. Mike lost Kittle, Fannin or Juwan?
I mean, I probably start Juwan this week because, again, he's not competing with Njoku. He's competing with nobody.
Right. Exactly. In this case, I'll go Juwan. Alexis Aguilar needs a wide receiver 2 and a flex. Pickens, T-Mac, Harvey, or Swift in full. Is it the first 2 receivers?
Probably. I mean, again, it's tough to bench Swift. He got such good usage, but
Alexis, out of nowhere, completely unnecessary, basically putting the hex on Saquon. Man.
The thing is, though, Saquon goes down. Is it even tank? I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. I talked about tank on the stash video, but anyways. Let's see. We're on short season.
Receivers there.
Yeah, I think so. Swift is fine, but go for drop Caleb Johnson for Juwan Johnson.
Nah, I mean, again, why do we? You have Hunter Henry and Evan. Why do we need 3 tight ends?
Right.
Look, I'm okay dropping Caleb Johnson, but not just for another tight end. Like, there's still a chance for Caleb Johnson. It's week 1 of his rookie season. Like, Bucky Irving did not go off in week 1 last year.
Yeah, I think Caleb Johnson can be dropped, but exactly like Hunter Henry, Juwan Johnson, like pick one, but you don't need both.
Right. Yeah, Hunter Henry. I would just roll Hunter Henry, honestly.
Alex B, same dilemma. These guys are all on waivers. Just going with Juwan Johnson and not worrying about the headache.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to drop Njoku, but if you have to, it's fine. Because again, if no one picked up Jawan Johnson or Harold Fannin in your league this week, then they're probably not picking up Njoku either.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of surprising that none of those guys were picked up. What's up, Vinny? Vinny Vargas starting Mahomes, AJB Sutton, Bijan Chase, Pitts, and Devontae Adams at the flex. Ooh, Pearsall's on the bench, Debo's on the bench, Keon or Mason. I don't know. I know you're big on Pearsall, but can you slide in over those guys?
Devontae's close because I like Devontae too this week. I mean, maybe Devontae a little safer now that it's Mac Jones, but man, Pearsall against the Saints, I think is kind of a big game, even with Mac Jones. But I'm fine with Devontae in the flag. I mean, I'm not putting him in over AJ Brown or Sutton or Chase. I guess it's Chase Brown, so I can't put him in over Chase Brown. Not putting him in over AJ Brown or Sutton. Devontae's close, but Devontae may be a little safer this week, so keep with what you got.
Yeah, the fact that it's not Brock Purdy, again, Pearsall's still a good start, but maybe that'll just be the factor here. Like let's just leave Devontae in there. All right, Juan Pablo Guerrero, welcome back. This is the lineup. JD, JT, James Cook, Lamb, McMillan, Kraft, flexing Henderson and Pearsall on the bench. Golden, Shakir, Ridley, Mason.
Ooh, I'm putting Ridley in over Henderson. I mean, I like Henderson this week, but Ridley should be fine this week.
Yeah, Ridley will be fine most weeks. Remember, he had the worst possible matchup. In fact, that same stat, remember I was saying about the corners and yards allowed. I think it said Surtain, not shockingly, was first. 0. He didn't give up 0. He gave up 0 yards. Nobody caught a pass on Surtain last week.
Yeah.
Ridley will be fine. Henderson will be good, but maybe just not yet. Marco Nava, Harry Jamo, Rashad White, 4, Amon-Ra, and Fannin.
All right, so this is basically Terry McLaurin and Jamison Williams for Amon-Ra and Fannin.
So you got 2. Yeah, Terry, he wasn't drafted as a wide receiver 1. So let's say 2 wide receiver 2s for the Sun God.
Which usually I'm going to say Sun God for sure. And I'll say this. If you have good wide receivers on your bench, like let's say you have like Ricky Pearsall, Calvin Ridley, Emeka Egbuka, George Pickens. Like you have these guys on your bench, and now they're going to slot in. So basically, you're just replacing Jameson. This is the other thing why I used to like the 2-for-1 trades, because people don't think like, yeah, I'm sending away 2 players, but I'm replacing Jamison Williams with Calvin Ridley. So really, I'm not losing anything there, but I'm now replacing Terry McLaurin with Amon-Ra St. Brown, and that's a big win. So as long as you have good wide receivers on your bench that you can just slot in place of Jamison Williams, I do this. Now, if the wide receiver sitting on your bench is like Josh Downs, or somebody like that, it's like, well, maybe not then. But as long as you have a good wide receiver you can slide in over JMO, yeah, do it.
Yeah, and even if it's, not a guy who did nothing or like a guy you just plucked off waivers, even as a guy you're like just not sure about now, but it's like a Jalen Waddle. Like, do you really want to roll Jalen Waddle as your wide receiver, I don't know, 2 or 3 the rest of the season? If it affects your depth, don't, is the bottom line here.
Right.
But it's fair, right? It's a fair trade. All right, Steven, got booty. Do I make the call? Yeah, I can see what you did there. And start him over Ridley.
No. I mean, look, it was easy to say Tillman over Ridley in week 1 because Tillman had the Bengals and Ridley had Surtain. But the Rams have no corners. None of their corners are any good. Ridley should be fine this week.
Yeah, it's a pretty good matchup. I think we can trust Ridley again. Again, I think Booty is startable. He's a decent flex option this week, especially because it's the Dolphins. But yeah, let's go with Ridley. What's up, Gabriel? Got Pacheco. Yeah, not a guy you want to start just right now. Cornering the market. Drop Giddens for no.
So we're cornering the market on the terrible Chiefs situation. That's not really a market I want to corner.
No, I'm not sure how this makes the situation better. I think you're just making it worse.
Yeah.
No to Hunt. Let's see. Cathal Mullen. Give Tet and Pollard for Nico. Is this a 2-for-1 you do?
Yes, definitely. And people already panicking. This is what I mean. People already panicking, like, oh, he's a bust. It's gonna be a bust. Yeah, give me Nico.
Yeah. Let's do this. Again, like McMillan, still like Pollard, but you're getting a first-round pick. Let's do it. All right, back to Marco. Another trade. And he's working it already. Kyron for Genty.
I don't know about this one. This feels very lateral. I mean, we know Kyron's a productive workhorse running back in a good offense. I'm not panicked on Genty because he didn't have a great game in week 1 against a good Patriots defense. But we do have to also understand Genty's still a rookie. He may take some time to get going here. Like, what's wrong with Kyron? Why don't people ever want Kyron? Nobody ever wants Kyron.
It's boring. Well, yeah, no, I get it. This is not like a huge upgrade or anything, but I still think I'm taking the upside of Genty. I mean, this guy was a borderline first round pick because we think he could be the next Saquon. I'm not saying it's going to happen this year, but I would take Genty. Not that I'm looking to ship Kyron, but yeah. I feel like this is a buy low, right? This is a buy low on Genty. You're like, he's a bust. All right.
Maybe.
Warren, Coleman, Pittman. I'm guessing a waiver wire question, and then guessing that's Tyler Warren.
Oh, wait, no. I think he's saying Kyron for Genty plus one of those guys. Is that what he's saying?
Plus. Wait, what? So you're going to get Genty and another player?
Oh, then in that case, I definitely take Genty, and I think the guy I want, again, is Coleman. Pittman might be the safer pick here, I guess, if we suddenly believe in Daniel Jones, which I don't, but I want the potential upside of Coleman if he actually puts it together this year. If he doesn't, it's fine. I still got Genty. You know what I mean? Like, if I get Pittman and he's getting me like 15 points a game, that's great. But if Coleman's like really the guy in Buffalo, it could be a game changer.
I was saying if you're giving Kyron to get Genty, I would do it anyway, straight up. You're getting something else too? Take your pick. Do it. All right. Now we have Clocky. Is that what that is?
All right.
Drafted Ingram, picked up Pitts. Who to start? Well, it's not looking good for Ingram, but even if he plays, you're saying like just no point, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would go Pitts over Ingram anyways. He was limited at practice today, so I think there's a chance he plays, but why risk it? Pitts is fine.
Go Pitts. And then when should I panic about K9?
When the game ends this Sunday. I think they play Sunday, right? Yeah. If the game ends this Sunday and it's more Charbonnet than Walker again or 50-50, probably time to start panicking.
Yeah, if he doesn't get at least 60 total yards, like he has to do something. Like, I don't even really see, okay, he got 15 carries, but then he got 15 carries for 45 yards. That's not going to make me feel better. Like, he needs to do something.
I think we're going to that would make me feel better. I just need to see him be the workhorse. If it's not a great game, it's not a great game. Okay, fine. But at least if I know like Kenneth Walker is the guy getting the touches, like he'll be fine. Like again, it's still only week 2. I remember because I was a huge Barry Sanders fan, and I know we're already going late, but I remember the year he ran for 2,000 yards. They had brought in that coach from the Chargers. I forget his name. I can picture him, little short old dude. Forget his name.
Bobby Ross?
Yes, Bobby Ross. And I think he had like 49 yards total through the first 2 games. And people were like, Barry Sanders is washed. He's washed. He's too old. He's washed. And then he ran literally for 2,049. He ran for 2,000 yards the rest of the season. So just let me see him be the guy, and I won't be panicked. Even if he has a not great game, just let me see him be the guy. That's what I need to see.
Fair enough. Jacob Garcia, wide receiver 1 and 2 between Keenan, Devontae, Egbuka, St. Brown, Sutton.
This started easy and then got really hard. You got to still start St. Brown. He's a must.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I put Egbuka? I think I put Egbuka in over Sutton this week. I like Egbuka's matchup. I know it's the Texans, but he's gonna get run out of the slot, and Puka destroyed this team out of the slot last week. Sutton. I mean, I like all these guys this week. Actually, I like them all.
I know.
I like them all.
Well, okay, good news because we didn't finish it. We need running backs, but then we can pick one to flex. I mean, you still have to pick only 3 of those receivers. Okay, Bucky and Chase Brown, I think still have to be the running backs. You can't bench one of those for Etienne, could you?
No. Oh, wait, he's got it. Oh, man. You got Travis Etienne too? Oh, jeez. This did not get any easier. This got harder.
I guess you could flex Etienne. I don't know. I don't want to get carried away here. I know it's a good matchup against the Bengals, but I think Bucky and Chase Brown are must starts, right?
No, I'm not putting Etienne over Bucky and Chase Brown. It's like Etienne or Adams, Etienne or Keenan, Etienne or Sutton. I think I could put Etienne over those guys against it. How many touches is Bayshal Tootin and LaQuint Allen combined? 7?
Yeah, not much.
He's going to get all the touches. He's going to catch passes. It's the Bengals. I think I could flex Etienne here. I think I'm going Sun God, Egbuka, Bucky, Chase Brown, Etienne at flex. But I mean, all these options are good. They're all good. They're all good this week. You're going to have a lot of points on your bench no matter what you do. It's just a sad state of this team. I guess it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm going Bucky, Chase Brown, of course. You got to start St. Brown. If it's me, I'm going Egbuka, Sutton. But you don't have any bad options at all. Hunter Bratcher, Sutton or Pearsall.
Man.
I think this would have been Pearsall if not for the Purdy situation. And this just makes it tough, right?
Yes, this just makes it tough. Exactly. It's not like, because I'm not out on Pearsall just because it's Mac Jones. I mean, the Colts matchup should be really good for Sutton, but again, there's part of me that wonders. Maybe this Colts defense is a little underrated right now. Bo Nix looked awful last week. But Sutton, probably the safer choice here. But anyway, man. I don't know. If it's my team, I'm putting Pearsall in. I want the upside. What's with me saying safe all the time? I want the upside. Give me Pearsall. I still think even with Mac Jones, he's got the upside.
I was gonna say it, but come on. Since when do we play it safe? Okay, Warren or Njoku at tight end. It's got to be Warren.
Got to be Warren.
K9 or Sharps. Oh man, no.
I'm still going K9. I'm not ready. And again, I was looking into it more, and there is some compelling evidence that maybe Walker was supposed to get more touches, and it just kind of worked out that Charbonnet did. It was Ryan Heath said the first 2 drives, it was all Walker, and then they put Charbonnet in the 3rd drive, and that drive actually did pretty well. So then they went back to Charbonnet again, thinking well, maybe we should stick with what worked, and then it didn't work. So then they kind of were splitting them, and then in the 4th quarter, it was pretty much all Walker when the game was close. So I think there still were encouraging signs that Walker's the guy here. I'm gonna go Walker between the 2.
Yeah, I saw that, and the implication basically was that it was kind of just game flow. The drive, the Sharps out there, they happened to be able to move the ball, not just because they were able to run the ball. It's not like he did anything amazing, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, I agree. I'm going Walker too. Says, love your content. Thanks for helping me last season. Of course, that's what we're here for. And you know what? Do it again. All right. It's been It's been a little over an hour, but we've been trying to stick to the members and the super chats. Let's do, though, some of the non-super chats because we do those too. We're just still catching up, but let's do a lightning round here. Got some interesting questions. Let's start with an easy one.
All right.
Ross, would you drop Ollie Gordon for Travis Etienne?
You have to. You have to do this. Have to.
Yes. All right. Then what about SNC 1891, QJ or Travis Hunter?
I think QJ. I do like QJ this week against the Raiders. We just saw what Booty did, but who do the Jags play? Jags play Bengals.
Yeah.
Man, Bengals give up a lot to the slot.
See here again. I figured you'd just go Hunter.
I'm going. Yeah, Hunter. I mean that's where my gut was going. That's probably where I'm going here. Probably going Hunter. Hunter against the Bengals.
Kyle Stiebert, audio is always on here. Trade Pickens for AJB.
Look, I know I talked up Pickens, and I know I was like AJB should not be a second round pick, but if I can get AJ Brown for Pickens, I'm taking AJ Brown. Yes.
Yeah, I think you do this. Oh, that's a tough one. Let's not do that. Sammy, just super chats. Terry or Keenan?
I think I still got to go Terry. I did see a stat. He scored in 3 straight games against the Packers, including twice at Lambeau. So I like Terry this week. Let's go Terry.
Yeah, I think I'm sticking with Terry as well. All right. Then what about Cody? Dropping not 1, not 2, not 3 this time. 4 lineups. Okay. Let's just see if we got let's lightning around this one. See if we got any switches here. Baker, Barkley, Genty, Nico, Garrett Wilson, Juwan, Terry. Anybody to switch out? I don't think so.
Ridley is. I want to play Ridley this week.
Over who? Over Ted?
Who the Panthers play again? I should know this. Cardinals.
Yeah, it's not a great matchup. I could go Ridley over Ted. I could do that.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go Ridley over Ted.
Team 2: Hurts, Bijan, JT, Sutton, Devontae Adams, Juwan Johnson, Emeka, and Mason.
Well, if you get, he said he's got a claim in for you. It's got to be Chuba over Quinshawn. Chuba is the starting running back for the Panthers, getting all the touches. We don't even know.
Chuba is on the waiver wire. Is that or is that Chubb?
Oh,
can't be on the waiver. I think it's got to be Chubb.
Okay, if it's Chubb, then pick up Quinshawn.
No switches here in the lineup, right?
No, unless that really is Chuba, then I would put Chuba over Mason if you get him.
Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say Pittman, they get Surtain now. All right, Team 3. Fields, Jacobs, JT, Jamar, Evans, Kraft, Terry, Jacobs. I think this one's good too.
Do I put Swift in over anybody? I don't think so. No, we're good.
And Team 4, Burrow, HN, Kamara, CD, Buka, Henry, Etienne, Odunze. Got Bill, got Tillman, Pickens, JMO.
Man. I might go Pickens over Odunze.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Maybe Pickens over Odunze is the only one. Let's do that. Everything else, you're good. All right, now we're on to Joshua L. Legends. All right. I don't know if we've earned legend status, but we're trying. Barkley and Addison for Devontae, Chase Brown, and Odunze.
Wow. Man.
Trading Saquon.
I mean, Chase Brown had elite usage. We know the Bengals are going to be better. Like this is almost guaranteed that the Bengals will be better. He had elite usage, unreal usage.
I mean,
I might do this because I feel like Devontae and Odunze is such a big upgrade over Addison. Like getting both those guys. Again, assuming I'm going to start both. And I don't like, yes,
Right.
of course I prefer Barkley to Chase Brown, but I think Chase Brown will be good enough. I think I might take this. It's not very often I'm going to say trade away Barkley, but this might be enough of a deal to do it.
Yeah, and then to some extent, this depends. You know, if you're like, oh, I got these guys now, but Odunze is like my bench, yeah, then don't do it. But if this improves your receiver room, yeah, you can do it. Jim K, appreciate you, Jim. Re-upped the membership for 9 months.
Thank you.
All right. 10-teamer, 3 receivers and a flex. Tet Higgins, Pickens, St. Brown, Tillman. In which to boost. What
All
is he
right.
talking about there? We know what he's talking about.
Talking about draft lane. You got to go T. Higgins. You got to go St. Brown. I think I go Pickens third. I flex Tet. Tillman's the one on the bench here. You got to boost St. Brown, right? We got to expect a better game from St. Brown. The Bears run a lot of zone. St. Brown usually dominates zone. I'm going to boost St. Brown. Although I don't mind boosting Higgins against the Jags either, because we know he can have a monster game.
Well, that is true. I mean, you could consider it, but I still think you got to prefer St. Brown as well. And I think it goes back to what you said too. You know, there's some people who are like, "Well, Ben Johnson's gone. This is it. The Lions are going to fall apart." Like, these guys did not play hardly at all in the preseason. It's week 1,
right?
Calmate. St. Brown is just fine against the Bears. Okay, we go to Wayne. Oh, comment is below. Here's comment. Offered Monty and JSN was offered, it looks like, for my Jags, meaning BTJ and Etienne. They countered my previous trade. Monty and JSN for BTJ and Etienne.
I mean, I still have to prefer BTJ to JSN. I'm not already going to be like JSN over BTJ after one game. And right. I think I got to prefer Etienne to Monty right now. He's the undisputed workhorse back in that backfield. So I'm taking the BTJ Etienne side.
Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah, I think so. I think we can put Etienne over Monty here. So originally with Harris and Etienne, I think that's closer.
Yes, that's closer.
But so if he was offered, like, somebody's trying to get those Jags, so basically we're telling him, no, decline this and try to go back to that original offer. Yes. All right. Carl. What's up, Carl? Someone dropped Juwan Jennings. Okay. Is he an automatic pickup?
Yeah, I think he has to be, right?
I think it's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it. Unless you're like in an 8-team league, no, but 10, 12 deeper. Yeah, it's worth it. He's asking to use waiver. I don't know if you have the number 1 waiver claim. Is it worth the number 1 claim? Probably.
Yeah, I mean, is it going to be like is someone going to drop, George Pickens or Mike Evans or something like that? I mean, maybe. I don't know your league. Probably not. Hopefully not.
You never know. Okay, let's get to Just No Grady. Good evening. We call Daniel Jones Indiana. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
And
well done, Justin. Well done.
I can see the memes already. Demetrios. When you say we, are you in? I'm guessing you are. You in Indy? Maybe you are. Drop Jared Goff for Justin Fields.
Yeah, I can do that.
Actually, that's interesting. It says I got Dak Prescott. Would you drop Dak instead of Goff?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, you got Dak. It's fine. Hold on. Give me one moment here.
I'm just thinking it because I like Goff better this week. I mean, we just did our top 3 passing yardages, and we both had Goff in there. He's going to be at home against the Bears. But pretty similar. So, but yes, get Justin Fields. I think you can drop either one. All right, so we have another from Bad Motions. Appreciate you. Thank you very much for the super chat. Don't forget, by the way, guys, super chat. We're catching up. I know it's a slow start because we have like 50 comments before we even get on the show, and we have a lot of super chats, a lot of members before we even start. So we're going to get there. Just hang tight with us. Guarantee if you do super chat, your question will be answered. No doubt. So let's do Bad Motions. How's it going? Full PPR. Josh Allen, Aaron Jones, Gibbs, Sutton, Ladd. Go Dirt. T. McMillan. Well, if you have Go Dirt as your tight end, you're going to need another tight end. So you got Njoku and Fannin. That's not fun. You got Penix, got Kareem Hunt. We don't need Kareem Hunt. You got Booty, JMO. Yeah, Goddard questionable. I know he's not like guaranteed out. It's not like a George Kittle situation. Like, he's not playing, but not looking great. And honestly, it's not a great matchup anyways there. Talking about the Chiefs defense, he's fine. I just don't know. Njoku or Fannin. This might be a situation where I do go searching on the waiver wire. Maybe Juwan Johnson is available. All right, now running back, you've got Gibbs and Aaron Jones. Not ideal, but I don't see another running back even on your roster. So I guess you have to start Aaron Jones.
Yes.
The big question here is if Goddard doesn't play, Njoku or Fannin, you have to go Fannin?
I think you got to go Fannin. Give him another shot. I don't think Goddard's playing. It doesn't sound like he's going to play.
Yeah. But everything else I think is good, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's going to be really, really annoying. We really want to see these things resolved. Doesn't mean they will, but the Cleveland tight end situation, the Seattle running back situation, it's like, don't do this to us. All right. So now I'll make sure I get back to the right one. Okay, there we go. Corey Jones. This is a 10-teamer. Needs lineup help. All right, JD, don't need help there. CMC Chase Brown, don't need help there. T, Terry, Sutton, and Njoku. 2 flex are Ridley and Aaron Jones. I don't see any better options.
Well, again, let's go Fannin over Njoku. Yeah, I don't see a better option there. I mean, you know what? I might go Tillman over Aaron Jones. I know Aaron Jones had that touchdown reception, but man, he did hardly anything outside of that.
Yeah, well, what's concerning is that Jordan Mason did more running and was better, just better as a runner. It's not great for Aaron Jones' outlook. All right, well, let's do that. By the way, update. I just happened to catch this. It is Chuba. It's Chuba. Somebody dropped Chuba Hubbard after week 1 in Cody's league. I think you should go out and get Chuba.
Why? He had a good game.
Because they had to get Harold Fannin Jr., I don't know.
Guess. Yeah, if you get Chuba, put him in over Mason for sure.
Yeah, people do funny things. All right, let's see. Cali Kid. Drop Cup for Tillman.
Yes. I can drop Cup for anybody.
Drop Cup just to clear up some space on your bench. Honestly, you can drop them. Yeah. Let's do Doug Fenton now. What's up? 14-teamer, May or T-Law?
May. Good matchup for May this week.
I know they get the Bengals, but still going May instead of T-Law. And then need 2 receivers from Pearsall, Pickens, and Hunter.
I mean, Pearsall's definitely one. I like both Hunter and Pickens this week. But my only thing about Hunter was it was very short stuff for him, right? It was very short stuff. I think I want the upside of Pickens. I'm gonna go Pearsall Pickens this week.
Yeah, we like to chase ceiling. I think Pickens still has that ceiling. Let's do that. And another league needs a tight end and a flex. Juwan, Bannon, Ridley, and Sharp.
I'm going to go Juwan over Fannin because he's not competing with anybody, and Ridley at flex.
Yeah, still flexing Ridley. Dak or Penix?
I mean, I like Penix, but I don't think I could put him in over Dak.
Yeah, Dak should be fine this week. Much much easier defense than the Eagles. All right. Then we got Mopar Buck, 14-man league. In half, got Mahomes, Bucky, CMC, Puko, Dunze, Jason, Kelsey on the bench. Are those guys? Pop Smoke. Yeah, I think we can smoke Pop from our benches. Ridley had just received a trade for Kelsey, JSN to get back St. Brown and Ertz.
I mean, I think I got to take St. Brown and Ertz. I mean, unless you think Kelsey's going to become vintage Kelsey again, which I don't think is going to happen. Is there going to be a big difference between Kelsey and, like, was there a big difference in week 1 between Kelsey and Ertz? They both scored.
No,
I still gotta prefer Sun God to JSN. So I think I take the St. Brown Ertz side just to get St. Brown.
Yeah, this is the second time. It's interesting. Maybe some people are worried about St. Brown after 1 week, but JSN, of course, was a monster.
Right.
I think it's too soon to jump JSN over St. Brown. That's fine. All right. Then it's C. Pitt's show. Good to see you too. Pacheco, Diggs, Waddle, Shakir, K9.
I'm gonna go Diggs and K9. I can't play Waddle. I can't play Pacheco. I mean, Shakir is okay. If you're like, I just want some points and not get burned, then Diggs and Shakir is okay. But I'm still going Diggs and K9 this week.
Yeah, I don't want to start Waddle. I think it's fine to bench Pacheco. Shakir's okay, right? Shakir's like he's okay. He's okay. Let's go Diggs, and it doesn't say if it's PPR. If you want safe, you can go Shakir. If not, take a chance on K9. AJ Sherman, Devontae, Booker, Ridley, and Trevion pick 2 in PPR.
Last week it was all like Pierce all picking. Now it's going to be Devontae, Booker, Ridley every question, I guess. Devontae, Booker, Ridley every question this week. And I like them all. How am I supposed to pick? Like,
yeah, well, I'll have to go back and check. Well, what tier did I put all these guys in, just to make sure? So Devontae got solid. You have solid. I had okay. I have Ridley lower.
I know why. I think you're just too scared about the Titans offense, but I think I'm not worried about them against the Rams.
Well, I know they'll be better. Like I wouldn't flex. I think Ridley is startable, but I know I prefer Devontae. What is Ibuka? Yeah, I would go with Buka over him. So I'm going Devontae and Ibuka.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, again, I like them all. They're all pretty. They're all in the solid tier for me. I think Ibuka is the one I like the most, honestly, this week.
All right, well, there you go. Jacob Garcia again. Herbert or Dak?
Herbert.
Definitely Herbert. Keenan, Devontae, Ibuka, St. Brown, and Sutton, just to make it a little tougher. You still have to start St. Brown.
St. Brown is a must. I don't care what he did last week. He's a must. St. Brown. We only get 2 of these guys. Ibuka, I guess. St. Brown and Ibuka.
Yeah, well, this is where it's at. That same. Now I got to pick between Adams and Ibuka. Let's go Ibuka. And then Bucky, Chase Brown, and Travis Etienne. Yeah, God. Wait, okay, now I'm starting to think this feels like the same question.
Yeah, we saw this team already. I said
yeah,
St. Brown and Ibuka with Bucky, Chase, and Etienne.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Look like the same. By the way, and this one also says Ann Jennings, Capital Shaw. Sorry, I'm saying that wrong. You can't start Jennings even if he plays.
Not starting Jennings over those guys.
No. All right. Sammy Gomez. Burrow or Mahomes?
Burrow against the Jags.
Burrow Fields. I mean, yeah, Fields great this week.
No. Burrow over Fields.
Gotta start.
Burrow will be fine. Remember, they did this last year. Be fine.
All right. Alan Wendling in Brazil. Rate this team and want some trade ideas if needed. Baker, Genty, JK, Neighbors, Evans. Is that JT Sanders?
You need a tight end.
Yeah.
Because you have Jatavion Sanders and Jake Tonjes.
Our first Jake Tonjes appearance. There's got to be somebody out there. I
mean, Juwan Johnson out there. Chico Conquo. Is Chico Conquo out there?
Right. But you're not gonna say. I don't think we need to trade for a tight end. We could just pick.
No, I'm not trading for a tight end. I'm just saying pick one up. I mean, you could drop Christian Kirk. You could drop Caleb Johnson. You could drop Jake Tonjes. You could probably drop Jatavion Sanders. Pick up any of those guys. Pick up a tight end. You got a good team though. I mean, Genty, Dobbins. Like Dobbins is my RB2. Is not making me feel great, but he's okay. Neighbors, Evans, Adams, Diggs, Pickens. I mean, this might not be a bad time to trade one of those wide receivers, but I mean, what are we like? Pickens didn't have a great game. Diggs was just kind of okay. Like, what are people really giving us for Pickens or Diggs that I'd actually want?
Yeah, like, we might need to wait until this week and then try to make a trade.
Right. Hope Diggs or Pickens has a nice game.
Right. I'd like to upgrade RB2. I mean, I think long term you need to. Can't count on Caleb Johnson breaking out necessarily. J.K. Dobbins holding on to the job. So let's wait and see what happens this week. Maybe you can upgrade somehow at RB and buy low on somebody. We have plenty of options here. Alyssa Dolphin Cloud. Drop Dak or Geno for Bo Nix. Somebody dropped him.
Yeah, you can drop Geno for Bo Nix.
Right. Agree.
People already done. They drafted Bo Nix in like round 7, and they're already nope, done.
It's the week 1 stat line. That's how I'm gonna base the rest of my team, the rest of the season.
Yes.
Okay, Juice. What is up? Reese or Etienne?
Oh man, that's actually really tough. Oh.
So the Bills did just get kind of embarrassed on the ground by Derrick Henry. Now Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry, right? He can do that to anybody. Right. I think the way Brees looked and the way Buffalo looked, I think I'm gonna stick with Brees. Again, I'm not a hater on Etienne, right? There are some players I'll hate on, but not Etienne. I believe, but I'm gonna go Brees.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is tough. This is really tough. I guess Brees is fine. They're at home. It's the Bills, but man, Etienne against the Bengals.
I know. All right, Rodney dropped the super chat, and here's the question. What's up? Got 1 QB, 2 running back, 3 receiver, 1 tight end, and 2 flex. Goff, Tua. You can probably drop Tua. Genty, Henry, McLaurin, Sutton, Garrett Wilson, Judy, Pearsall, QJ, Mason, and Joku. Ollie Gordon. Yeah, you could drop him too. Just get rid of all your Dolphins. Could you pick up T-Law? No, don't pick up T-Law.
Yeah, you can drop Tua. You can drop Ollie Gordon. You could pick up Fannin. I mean, I guess you could pick up T-Law if you're dropping Tua and Ollie Gordon. But, I mean, isn't there somebody else you can pick up?
I don't envision, starting T-Law over Goff. Maybe you can play matchups, but yeah, I'd rather stash a running back. You know what I mean? Go to the stash video, see who you can stash. And I'd rather keep a guy like Blaishaw Tootin on my bench, in case something happens there. All right. Adventure got the membership just saying thanks for the waiver wire advice on Draft Lane. There you go. Using Draft Lane. Quick reminder. Got questions? You can always use the Draft Lane app. Got the Ask the Experts on there. Trade questions, waiver wire questions, start sit, or just ask a question. You can ask whatever you want. Fantasy football only, please. Cali Kid. Oh, okay. Stroud, Stafford, Geno, May, Penix, T-Law.
All right, I'm gonna assume these are not all on your team.
No.
I think May's the one I like the best against your Dolphins.
I agree. I definitely agree. I like Penix too, but I think this week it's May. This is probably a team that had Purdy, is what my guess is. So AJ Sherman says that Odunze, for again, absolutely no reason, Odunze was dropped.
He even scored a touchdown. Why? You can honestly drop either of those guys for him. Either one.
Yeah. Pick him up for sure. You can drop Scatterboo, I think, is the move there. Louis Trejo. It's a 12-teamer. I'll try this again. Trade Laporta for Egbuka. Fannin?
I mean, I think you probably have to take Egbuka, right? I mean, I think this probably comes down to, is Egbuka cracking your lineup? Like, but not only is he cracking your lineup, is he taking the place of somebody where it's a major upgrade? Or is it like, I'm going to go from, I don't like Garrett Wilson to Egbuka. I mean, you're not going to do, you know what I mean? Like, is it a lateral move here? Not that Egbuka's on Garrett Wilson's level yet, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to go from, what happened to Pierre? We lost Pierre. Like, am I going to go from a really good wide receiver to Egbuka? Then in that case, just keep Laporta. What happened?
I don't know. That was weird. Just booted me.
Booted you, right? So if like the wide receiver that Egbuka is going to replace on your team isn't significantly better than Egbuka, this doesn't really help your team. Because Laporta is probably going to be better than Fannin. So,
yeah. I see what you're saying. In a vacuum, Laporta for Ibuka, I'll take Ibuka, and maybe you're fine with Fannin. So I think that's fine. Ayush, what's up? Where you been? Pick one running back. J.K. Pacheco, Aaron Jones, or Dylan Sampson. It's PPR.
Yeah, I'd probably just go Dobbins here. He's still getting most of the touches. I mean, are we expecting Sampson to catch a bazillion passes again?
He might. But what's the ceiling? Is the question, right? What's the ceiling here? So, flex Ridley, JMO, Hollywood, Keenan.
Again, I think I probably just got to go Hollywood because he's in that Chiefs offense with Mahomes. He's going to get all the targets here.
Yeah, that one's pretty close. I really think of that group, I might be lowest on JMO this week. Although he always has upside. Yeah, it's either Ridley or Hollywood. I think Hollywood's fine here. And then Njoku, are we going Pitts or Fannin? Probably Pitts.
Yeah, drop Njoku, pick up Pitts.
There we go. Captain Caveman. Harvey or Tillman?
In full PPR, Tillman.
Yeah, and then Golden or Booty.
I feel like we had this already. Booty.
Yeah, it's Booty. Beast Mode Kane, Fields or Baker?
Man.
I'm not crazy about Baker's matchup this week. And now you even said last week, the Houston defense pretty tough.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. The implied total is pretty low as well. I think I'm taking the upside of Fields. Most weeks, I probably would just set Baker, but man, Fields look great. I think this is a win week. I would bench Baker.
Tough to bench Baker, but I'm okay with Fields.
QJ or Dobbins?
If it's PPR, I'd probably just take a chance on QJ. If it's I guess I'll go Dobbins. I just don't know what's the ceiling for Dobbins, right? It's like, what's the ceiling?
Yeah. I feel like both these questions are like floor ceiling, right? Floor ceiling. Go ceiling. And Just end. Needs a tight end. Ertz or Strange?
Strange gets the Jags this week.
Yep. Definitely the move there. Go Strange. Quincy Davis. What's up, Quincy? 10-man league. Needs 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 2 flex. Got JD. Got Kraft. CMC. Chase Brown. Achan. Henderson. Harvey. Terry Sutton. Wilson. This is a 10-man league? Man, you stacked at running back.
Yeah, I think you have to start. Wow. I think you have to start CMC, Chase Brown, and Achan. I mean, I don't think you have to. I know you have to. So those will be 2 running backs and 1 flex. Then I'm going to go. Jeez. I'm going to go Garrett Wilson, Egbuka, and Pearsall. But you could convince me to go Garrett Wilson, Egbuka, and Sutton. You could convince me to go Garrett Wilson, Egbuka, Terry. You could convince me to go Garrett Wilson, Sutton, Pearsall. Like Terry, Sutton, Wilson, Egbuka, Pearsall. You can probably convince me to play any 3 of those guys. But I'm going to go Wilson, Egbuka, Pearsall.
Yeah, you're still the one Dolphin. I know I said like drop all your Dolphins. Don't drop Achan. Like still play Achan. And start him. CMC, Chase Brown, Achan. Yes. Garrett Wilson for me is the absolute must. Man, this is the group. This is the group. Egbuka, Pearsall, Sutton. I like Egbuka. I know I just said like I'm not crazy about Baker, but I think Egbuka himself will be solid enough. Yeah, I will start him. And Sutton, Pearsall is tough too. I'm gonna go Sutton just because of the Mac Jones risk. All right. By the way, keep going on super chats. We're getting there, but hang on, guys. Chris, I'm gonna need your help real quick because Chris KD dropped a super chat, but it looks like the question is separate. For some reason, when it booted me, like I can see the super chats, but I can't see all of the actual chats. So it was like 7:33. It looks like Chris KD with a K.
All right. Yeah, it looks like it was around 5:33 my time. So let me scroll back here. Oh, this thing likes to make it tough.
Actually, put this one up real quick while you're doing that. Mikey J, drop Ollie Gordon for Tootin. Yeah, I'm doing that.
Definitely doing that.
And so you see in a couple of days, we can do beat the breakout like we did last year. Talk about players to stash. Not guys you should have to drop fab on. Guys that you only add if you have the room, not priority. Guys that haven't done much yet. Tootin's number 1. I think Tootin now, you want to add him if you can, where you can. Ollie looked like a possible candidate. Not anymore, right? Things change quickly. I would definitely go Tootin.
Sorry, this thing is like always like. Okay, here it is. Here it is.
All right, Chris KD. Let's go. Want to know? Good start. Have an intriguing offer. All right, it's a good question too. CD and Aaron Jones for Bucky and McLaurin. He has CD. Are you giving up CD? I know you're okay parting with Aaron Jones, but to get Bucky and Terry, is that enough? He says he's weak at running back.
Yeah, definitely weak at running back with Kamara, Aaron Jones. I don't really want to give up CD.
No, I feel like it's enough.
Yeah, I feel like it's enough. I mean, Bucky and Terry should be enough. You're getting a RB1 and a high-end wide receiver 2. And you still have London, Egbuka, Ridley, McLaurin, so you're still pretty good at wide receiver. But now you have Bucky, Kamara. That sounds a lot better than Kamara, Aaron Jones. I might do this. I think this helps your team. As much as I hate giving up CD, I think this helps your team.
Yeah, I think this is because you're pretty deep at receiver. London is your 1, Egbuka your 2, Terry your 2, McBuka your 3. Ridley, yeah, I would do this. All right, and then Easy Vanya needs 2 receivers in the flex between Evans, Wilson, Etienne, Moore, Myers, Ridley, Hollywood, or Walker. Right now, looks like Evans, Wilson, and Etienne are in the lineups.
Yeah, it's probably what I keep. I mean, I like Jacoby, I like Ridley, I like Hollywood, I like Walker.
I mean, I'm all over Garrett Wilson. I think you still have to start Evans. Here's the dilemma, right? Etienne or a guy like Myers. I think because of the matchup this week, it's not as great as it was last week. Sure, let's do it. Fine. Travis Etienne.
That was hard for you.
It's gonna have to. It's be an adjustment for me. Mason Miller, Eckler, Golden, Ingram, Pacheco, Flex 2.
Well, oh man.
May I suggest looking on the waiver wire? It might be someone better than Eckler.
Eckler Pacheco, I guess, is who I'm flexing and hope for the best.
Yeah. Even if the calf was 100%, don't know if I would say to flex Ingram. So let's go with the running backs. Kyle Grove received an offer. Jamar Chase and Brock Bowers for CeeDee Lamb and BTJ. Let's just swap our first 2 round picks.
Oh, man.
I don't know if having Joe Burrow makes me just automatically say, well, I need Chase. I mean, it's got to be worth it. I don't know. I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think Brock Bowers should be going in the second round. I think I just keep CD and BTJ.
Yeah. We weren't drafting Brock Bowers ahead of any of these receivers. Yes, Jamar Chase is Jamar Chase. Yes, you have Joe Burrow, but you can't do this. Blair Davis. What's up, Blair? Dallas Goedert or Jonnu Smith? Well, your choice might be made for you.
Yeah, I really don't think Dallas Goedert is going to play this week. I mean, he sprained his knee. I don't know when he sprained his knee. I don't know if he did it in the game or because we didn't hear anything on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or, it wasn't until yesterday all of a sudden it was like, wait, what? You're probably going to have to play Jonnu.
So it was weird. Like you said, they played on Thursday. It's like, why a week later, all of a sudden, just okay. Well, yeah, let's go, Jonnu. Jordan just saying thanks. Of course, appreciate you. Also, if you can find Michael Cazares at about 5:46 your time, he dropped a super chat. The question is usually pretty close by. While we do that, also to thank Eli Antoine, got that membership. Appreciate you. Jonathan Warbe. Sit Ridley if you have London, BTJ, and Ibuka. Well,
yeah. If you have those guys, you're probably sitting Ridley.
Yeah. I don't think Ridley makes the cut over those guys.
All right, here's Michael.
All right, Michael got a 10-man league. Prescott, Chase, London, Achane, Walker, Kelsey, Hollywood, JSN. And then the bench wants a rating on some trade suggestions.
All right, we got Prescott, Chase, London, Achane, Walker, Kelsey.
Very deep.
I mean, this team looked a lot better before Walker's situation. That's for sure. I'll still give it like an 8.5 though. I mean, again, we can't. It's 1 week. We can't just be like Walker's a bust. You got JSN, you got Achane, London, Chase. You do have Kelsey, but did you pick up? Is that Fannin? Who should I use to make a trade? Booty's still on waivers. I mean, I probably would drop Jaden Reed for him. Who cares? Do we really need Jaden Reed? Make a trade. I mean, what are you going to trade for here? I guess you could try to trade for an RB2, but who are you going to trade?
Right. I mean, if there's an area of need, it's RB. And not just because Walker, we don't know, but there's no depth here at a running back.
Right.
So that's the thing. Waddle doesn't have any value now. It's a 10-man league. Who's trading a running back for Jaden Reed, right? Nobody. Diggs is okay. Olave, I doubt you're getting much for them too. Like you could try, people, oh, Hollywood's gonna be a stud. Try to trade Hollywood. Yeah, not sure what else you'll get though. Look, Walker's not dead. It's been 1 week. Maybe just hold on and see if Walker's is fine. Overall, I think it's still a really good team. You're deep at receiver, so I think 8.5 is still pretty fair. Walker just winds up being a bust, which I don't expect, but then that might change things. Elias Aria. This is a 10-man league also. Have May, Henry, Chase Brown, Puka, Jason, Warren, Igbuka, Hampton at the flex. Keep it or take charge of my flex rookies being high value or even my starters.
What does that mean?
I mean, you do have a couple rookies in your flex. There's nothing wrong with that. Buka is a solid flex here.
So is Hampton. I mean, I don't see any other options here, so I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm fine with Igbuka and Hampton in my flags.
Yeah. If that's the question, you're good. It's a good lineup. Nothing much to change. He's saying keep a roster the same. I mean, I don't see anybody here that you should be trading. You've got a good team. Sean Howard, start 3. Tyreek Higgins, Sutton, Harrison. First Harrison question. Ibuka. It's PPR.
Got to start Higgins. I mean, Cardinals get the Panthers. I think you got to start Harrison. And I think I go Igbuka over Sutton. Higgins, Harrison, Igbuka.
Pretty easy to sit Tyreek in this group, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Higgins, Harrison, Igbuka. Or any group. Stephen Caldwell, a 2 QB league. Which 2? I think Goff is 1. Stroud or Flacco.
I can't do it with Flacco. Stroud gets the Bucks at home. I'm going Stroud.
I was pretty excited about Flacco last week. It was the Bengals. It's not the Bengals this week. Let's go Stroud and hope not. Stroud was bad, right? I mean, he looked bad. But let's hope he's better. Short season. Need some help here. Who to flex? Warren, Coleman, or Keenan? I guess let's assume this is Jalen Warren.
Yeah, I think I go Keenan this week just because Coleman probably going to get a lot of sauce.
Yeah, agree with that. Go Keenan. This is a funny one. Declan Murphy is an Eagles fan and does not want to root for a Chief this week. So,
well, if you don't want to root for a Chief, you can play Swift. You should be fine. But if you want to win, I think you should play Hollywood.
You're being objective. It's probably Hollywood. Swift is not a bad option. Hey, whatever makes you happy. It is still just fantasy football. P. Receiver and a tight end. Moore, McLaurin, Fannin, Juwan, or Strange.
I think I go Strange at tight end this week. I think I go Terry over DJ Moore. I like Terry this week.
Yeah, I like Strange in that group. Terry or DJ Moore. Not a great matchup for Terry, but I think I would still go Terry over DJ Moore. How about this? Did I cook? Sensei kicks TV. Diggs for Coleman.
I don't know if you cooked. We'll find out. You maybe cooked. You maybe got cooked. This is definitely going to be like, we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
I mean, I wouldn't do this, but this could definitely change. Who knows? I need to see more. All right. Miguel Merks needs 2 running backs and 2 flex. K9, Swift, Kamara, Javante, Henderson, Olave in Hollywood. 2 running backs, 2 flex.
Well, Hollywood's definitely going to be a flex. I think I'm starting the first 3 running backs. Even though I like Henderson and I said, like, go trade for him now, I'm not sure I'm ready to put him in over those guys.
Right. Maybe not this week. I mean, let's wait one more week before we fully deploy all the rookie running backs. Let's wait one more week and see what K9 does. I will say this: Javante versus K9. I can't believe I'm saying this. If you actually want to put Javante, I think that might be okay, but I don't want to give up on K9 yet. So,
no,
let's do that.
I'm going K9, Swift, Kamara, Hollywood.
Yeah. Beast Mode Kane. Is this the same one? Yes, it is.
Yeah, same one.
Fields and QJ. Here we go. Huh. Alan, remember that question? He says tight ends. Only tight ends on waivers are Chig, Gesicki, and
Stuff.
I
don't mind Chig. I don't mind Chig this week.
Like, I was big on Chig draft process. It's been 1 game. It's going to take time, but I still think he's got some fancy value. Harv Danger. All right, full PPR at the flex. Eckler, Coleman, Booty, Odunze, Tillman has Josh Allen at QB. I mean, that's not going to be like determining factor for me. You putting Coleman over those guys?
No. I think Odunze is my number 1. Again, Coleman, Jets, going to see a lot of Sauce Gardner this week.
Yeah, I think this week Odunze is still the number 1. I would probably put Booty 2 as my second choice here. All right, then let's back to Eli Antoine, 10-teamer. Fields, Caleb, Neighbors, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Brown, and Bijan. Bench, thoughts, rate, flex.
I mean, you can't start anybody else. I mean, I go Fields over Caleb, but you can't change anything with your starting lineup. You're absolutely stacked. I mean, Neighbors, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Chase Brown, Bijan. Okay, like, congrats. Just stay healthy.
Yeah. 10
Who should you flex? So you got to flex one of these guys? I will flex Ridley.
Agree. Let me see. Trying to figure out who is your tight end, because you say you got Pitts on your bench, so obviously you use a tight end. But am I missing it? I don't see a tight end.
Nah, I mean, I'm gonna assume Pitts is his tight end.
Okay, well then it doesn't matter. Easy Vanya, League 2. Fields or Mayfield? I'm going Fields.
Fields, I guess. It's close, but I guess Fields. Probably Kamara.
Yeah, I would think they would try to get him more touches. Could be wrong, but I would think they try to involve Kamara more, especially as a pass catcher. But yeah, let's go with Kamara here. Rusty Shackelford. All right. Here we go. Again. Achan and DK for Jamar Chase.
I think you got to take Chase here. I think you got to take Chase.
I'm taking Chase there too. You're getting Chase. You get Chase. Take Chase. What's up, John? John Wickering. It's too early to give up on Scattaboo.
Yes, it's too early to give up on Scattaboo. He missed almost all like training camp. Like, yes, too early to give up on Scattaboo.
Here's the thing with Scattaboo, Caleb Johnson, guys like that who did literally nothing in week 1. Like, if you have a good option, again, legit, someone that might actually like help you throughout the season, right? not just like Harold Fannin Jr. or something. But there's a good option on waiver wire. Somebody dropped somebody, or for some reason your league, like Travis Etienne was on waivers. You can drop those guys. Like you don't absolutely have to hold them, but don't drop them just to drop them. Don't drop them for a third tight end. Don't drop them, for like another streaming defense. That. So it
exactly. Yeah, if there's somebody good on waivers, you can drop them. But
okay. Let's see who's next. This is Rudy Barger. What's up, Rudy? Needs to choose QB for the rest of the season, but do you? Jones, Caleb Love, Wilson, Darnold, Tua, Geno, A-Rod, Flacco, Stroud, Stafford, Young, or Cam. That's a lot of waiver wire options.
Yeah, you don't need to choose one for the rest of the season. You only need to choose one for this week. It's not Daniel Jones. It's not Russell Wilson. Definitely not Tua. It's not Flacco for me. It's not Stroud this week. It's not Stafford. It's not Young. It's not Cam. So that narrows it down to Caleb Williams, Jordan Love. Did I say Sam? Did I leave Sam Darnold? I think I left Sam Darnold there. A-Rod.
Can't do it.
I mean, Caleb ran a little bit. They might have to throw versus the Lions. I might go Caleb this week. But he doesn't have to be a rest of season quarterback. There's no rule that says he has to be a rest of season quarterback.
Well, I'm also trying to figure out, like, I don't think there were any season-ending injuries to a quarterback in week 1, so I don't know. Anyways, it's Caleb for me. This group is clearly Caleb, but look, next week, I don't know. I haven't looked at the week 3 schedule. Next week, maybe you say, hey, Danny Dimes, he's going to do it. He was good against Denver. Who knows? Yeah, let's go Caleb. But did you die? Needs to start 3. Coleman, Terrio, Dunze, Ridley, J. Mo.
Ridley, Terry, and Odunze are my 3.
Yeah, too soon for Coleman. Let's do those middle 3. Jim, now how's the question? Jim K. 10-teamer needs 2, 2, and 1. Barkley, Chase Brown, Hampton, Etienne, Nico, T-Mac, Ladd, Pearsall, Pickens, and Sutton. This is a 10-teamer. It's a pretty good squad.
I mean, you got to start Barkley and Chase Brown. You got to start. Yes, you still have to start Nico and Ladd. Man. I think I'm flexing Etienne.
I mean, Barkley Brown is easy. Nico Ladd is pretty easy. I'll say again. If it was still Brock Purdy, I would just say Pearsall for sure. You know what? Fine. Etienne, Sutton, fine. Etienne it is. All right. What's up, Royland? Congrats on the 6. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You've been here for a while. Ridley or Pearsall?
I still go Pearsall here. I like Ridley, but I like Pearsall a little more against the Saints.
And then Pearsall, Ibuka, Tillman, or Terry. Just one.
Yeah, I think here I'll go with Ibuka now that it's Mac Jones.
There you go. All right. Thank you, Anthony. Just giving a shout out too. Always appreciate you. Just glad you're on here. Real quick, Mark wants to know. Well, I live in Texas. Chris does not. Chris lives in Cali.
Yep. Southern California.
Maybe you can tell how thrilled he is by that. In Lucero, Knicks or Dak?
I'm going to go Dak this week.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Get some more upside there. Walker or Monty?
Well, I think Monty is safe enough this week. It's a good matchup against the Bears. He got 2 more carries. He caught 4 than Gibbs. He caught 4 passes. He could always score. So I think if you want to go Monty this week, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, this is exactly when you decide how risk averse you are. Do you want to hope that Walker does better or just take what Monty gives you? But again, I like the matchup against the Bears, not just because it's like revenge game part 6 for him, but the Bears defense is not too fearsome, and Monty will get his. I'd probably stick with Monty. 101 Dozer, again, we love Justin Fields. You don't ever not start Jaden Daniels. He's still a must start.
Yes.
Johnny 22 Bears saying he dropped a super chat, but it didn't show up. I'm not sure, but look, let's put his question up because I know you've been on here almost every day. Drop Engram for Debo, Tillman, or Keenan.
These guys are just on waivers? What? Who do I prefer? I think, oh man. I think I prefer Keenan. I'll drop Engram for Keenan.
Yeah, you can do this. I like Tillman, but I think it's got to be either Debo or Keenan. And then Julio. It's looking to stash. So it's JMO's
just on waivers. I'm just gonna stash Jameson on my bench, see how this young guy does. I'm not stashing Wan'Dale Robinson. Come on. I want some. If I'm gonna stash somebody, I want some upside. I'm gonna stash Jameson. I mean, probably should be Godwin. Probably should be Jameson and Godwin.
Yeah, I think you got to get Godwin here. And obviously, I think he's in, it's not like an A-teamer, I don't think, but for some reason, there's always all these amazing players on waivers. Like, I don't think you have to pick up Golden right now. Just do JMO and Godwin. Flex, Pickens, Pearsall, or Monty?
I still go Pearsall here.
Yeah, in this group, go Pearsall. And then Jacob White needs 3. Flowers, JSN, Tet, Harrison, Myers.
Wow, a lot of good choices, but I think I'm going Flowers, JSN, Harrison. I think JSN borderline must start. He might be a must start after this week. Harrison against the Panthers, and then how do you bench Flowers after last week?
Yeah, I mean, how do you sit Flowers? He's not going to do that every game, obviously. But against the Browns, you can start. You're going to start Flowers. So Flowers, definitely JSN and Harrison. Right now we get make sure it's a Tam win. Trading Connor and Diggs for Kamara and Pickens.
Yeah, it's fine. Kamara feels pretty close. I'd still prefer Pickens to Diggs. So give me Kamara and Pickens.
Yeah, because even though, it was still pretty close. I think I kind of slightly preferred having Connor than Kamara, but now with Benson kind of coming on, I think just give me Kamara. And I do definitely still prefer Pickens to Diggs. So, yeah, I would take this. Booty on waivers. You can pick up Booty. It's fine. All right. Let's random thoughts, random questions here. Terminator is back. Pickens for Hollywood. I got to take Pickens, right?
Take Pickens. I mean, they're already saying like they're not going to put Worthy on IR. They're not, so that tells me they're not expecting him to miss a ton of time. We know Rice is coming back. Give me Pickens.
Yeah, take Pickens. Not a great first game. Still high on Pickens. How about this one? Dodger done. Flex and Booty or Sharps?
I'll go Booty. He gets the Dolphins. Let me see how this Seattle backfield plays out this week.
Yeah, agree. Definitely agree there, Sharp. I mean, who knows? See, again, Kenneth Walker is not, like, as far as we know, not injured. Like, maybe he's still sore from the foot thing. It's possible, but he's still going to be out there. Like, Sharp is going to have somewhat limited ceiling. He's saying, later on also has Juwan Jennings. I can't start Juwan Jennings. William, Connor or Harrison?
Harrison.
What about this?
Ooh.
Trading Pearsall for Terry. It's
Oh,
interesting.
Man.
Like, we know Kittle is on IR, but he's going to come back.
Right. And we know Purdy's going to come back. It's not like Purdy's out for the season.
But Terry, after last year, he's still clearly the number one guy in Washington. I don't think Debo's going to all of a sudden knock him down a peg.
I think I still have to prefer Terry rest of season here.
Yeah, it's fair, right? This is good. I think I would do this. You got to take Terry. All right, let's zoom out. And she was down here, I think yesterday. Kyler or Fields?
Fields.
And then if it matters, she's a Cowboys fan. Hampton or Javonte?
I mean, I think Javonte should be fine, but I would go Hampton personally against the Raiders.
Because it's the Raiders. Yeah, this is actually close, but yeah, I would go Hampton as well. Alex B needs 2 and a flex. Hall, Monty. You could have flipped them. You could have gone Monty, Hall, Pollard, Pickens, Pearsall.
Hall and Monty will be my running backs. Pearsall will be my flex.
Yep. Sounds good. Harv Danger now has another one. Okay, so basically wants to know, am I good with Connor? Do I wait or do I make a move?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad thing to make a move, but it depends what the move is going to be, of course. I think Connor will be okay. I don't think we're going to see like a 50-50, and we still had pretty much double the touches of Trey Benson here. So right. I think you're probably fine with Connor.
And so what I'm kind of trying to explain is with Connor, I'm not worried that like Benson's taking over, right? This isn't a takeover. It's not going to be like last year. Last year was basically just all Connor, and every time Benson got on the field, he did nothing, right? Benson just was not a factor. We thought Benson would be a factor. Remember, we liked Trey Benson last year coming into the season, and he just wound up doing nothing, but maybe he does something this year. So I just think that now Benson will eat into some of his touches. Connor loses some appeal from not being just a complete bell cow, right? He's not going to be the guy who gets all the touches, but he should still be a pretty solid RB2. He's still got touchdown upside. So I think you'll be fine. I would wait. I would just wait. Mark Rodriguez lost Kittle, but picked up Johnson. Fannin is still available. Prefer Johnson still, though.
Yeah, you should be fine with Johnson this week. I mean, if Fannin is still out there, then he'll probably still be there for you next week.
Right. That too. Okay, let's see. Allen now another tough one. Jacoby, Tet, or Ridley?
Yeah, this is a tough one. I gotta consult the sheet here. So I mean, it's not
saying Geno for Purdy. Geno's fine this week.
Yeah, Geno's fine. They threw it a ton. I mean, Jacoby gets the Chargers, but I still like Jacoby. Panthers get the Cardinals. That's okay. I like Ridley this week against the Rams. I might give Jacoby the slight edge just because the Raiders throw so much. But that one's close between him and Ridley.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking Jacoby, probably more targets here. So slight edge to Jacoby. And look, you know it. You got Geno. There you go. Stack it up. Noam Walker, welcome back. How's it going? Thanks for helping every week. Well, of course. Been subscribed 2 years and be tuned in forever.
Wow. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Always glad to help. But with Purdy injured, all right, Pearsall, Ridley. Here's that decision again.
It is close now. It is definitely closer now, but I still go Pearsall.
Yeah, and I know maybe you weren't on the beginning, and we've been on for over 2 hours. So the very beginning broke down. Of course, you guys can always go back and rewatch the intro. We talk about Purdy. Remember, Mac Jones, despite what you may remember of him from his New England days, he was serviceable at the end of last year, filling in for T-Law. In fact, he's the one, not Trevor Lawrence, who made Brian Thomas a stud for the last month of the season. So I'm not saying he's like a one-to-one replacement for Purdy, but we feel pretty confident this offense will keep clicking. But remember, Pearsall had a 100-yard game, even with Kittle out there for at least the first quarter and catching that touchdown, and Jennings out there for at least a little bit. Kittle's gone, completely gone, and Jennings, who knows, right? Jennings is what, questionable still? I don't know if he's going to play.
Yeah, and even if he does, like how much?
And it's the Saints. No offense, Juice. It's the Saints. Let's go Pearsall here. Need side end Evan Engram, Juwan Johnson, or Fannin. Still Juwan Johnson.
Yeah.
By the way, Eli Antoine said forgot the tight end that was missing was Engram. Well, you probably need a replacement this week. So
yes.
All right. Let's see here. You know what? This is an interesting question. Jay, trading Bill for Harrison.
Give me Harrison. This is a sell high. Give me Harrison. Yes.
Yeah, you got to do this. Like as good as Bill may be, come on, is he going to match Harrison in fantasy? I don't think so. All right, now let's go to Seth Swirsky. Appreciate you, Seth. Always on here as well. All right. Swapping the league winners from 2022. Traded Tyreek for Debo. What do you think?
I mean, I probably just prefer Debo at this point, sadly. Like Tyreek, I mean, what? Again, what's the hope for Tyreek? That he gets traded to somewhere great, which is like where? Yeah, give me Debo at this point.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I'm sure. Look, maybe some teams have called like, "Hey, will you give us Tyreek for like a 6th-round pick?" You know, why not? But come on, how many teams are legitimately looking for Tyreek Hill and all the baggage there, and like this guy's going to put us over the top, and it's going to be a great situation because we don't have any other receivers, but we're going to trade a draft pick for a veteran receiver because we think we're contenders. You know, it's like it. Give me Debo. Dolphins. Okay, Hurts, Henry, Brees, Neighbors, Puka, Henry. Which 3 for the flex then? Debo, Javonte, Ridley, Monty Golden, Austin Downs.
Ridley, Monty, and Debo, I think. Yeah, Ridley, Monty, Debo.
Yep.
Javonte, Debo's close for me.
Is Debo going to be a league winner this year?
No.
But at least he'll be relevant. Wasn't sure if he would even be anything. He's something.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I wasn't surprised by week 1. I said Terry McLaurin's in a terrible matchup. He's coming off training camp. We're going to see more Debo. Let me see Debo do that when Terry McLaurin's cooking.
That and also at Green Bay this week. We'll see. Happy. Flex 1, Keenan, Coleman, or Pittman.
Well, you can't flex Pittman going against the Broncos. Coleman's going to get sauce, so just give me Keenan this week.
Yeah, I think Keenan definitely the best matchup by far here. So Keenan it is. Our guy Rise is in the house again. All right. Would you drop Kincaid? Perfect.
I think probably. Just let me see. I want to see. Maybe he's gonna have a breakout season. If he doesn't, I'm sure you can probably get Kincaid back next week.
Right. So look, you're a 14-teamer. So a guy like Kincaid makes sense. He was your fallback at tight end. Fine. Kincaid's right there, right? You know what I'm saying? He's in that range where it's like, maybe, but I don't have to hold him. He'll start. Sometimes he'll be good. It's like you can live with or without him. Try Fannin. Why not? John Wickering. Again. Hurts, Purdy. Yeah, go Hurts. Genty, JT, Bigsby, and Skateboard. I think probably the first two.
Yeah, definitely the first two.
Hill, Pearsall, Golden. Well, not Hill. So.
Well, I mean, but here it's like
Pearsall and
you can't start Golden, you can't start Bigsby, you can't start Scattaboo, so you kind of have to start Hill, like Buka Hill and Pearsall.
Yeah, you need a flex here. Yeah, no offense. I hope this is like a 14 teamer or 16 teamer. And then Andrews or Strange.
Strange.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Jason, which is down here. Jason Borgert. Flex two of these guys: Dobbins, Sampson, maybe Aaron Jones, Hollywood, or Dunze, Olave, Waddle.
I think I'm just gonna go Hollywood and Odunze, assuming it's any kind of PPR.
Yeah, don't know if it's PPR, but even so, I mean, I think if you were just picking any two out of all of this group, I don't think I want to start those running backs. Hollywood or Dunze, it is. Here's an easy no. Wolf, Chomp, Pineapple.
Stash Dalvin Cook. What?
I love the commitment to the name that you have a picture of a wolf literally chomping a pineapple. I just had to put that up.
Did I miss?
All right.
Did I miss some Dalvin Cook news?
I don't.
Like, are the Texans thinking of signing Dalvin Cook or something?
Even if there was Dalvin Cook news, I wouldn't say we missed it.
No.
Jacob, Dynasty, JSN Javante for Lad. What does that say? 2026 and 28 first?
So JSN and Javante for Lad and 2 firsts. I mean, JSN Lad feels pretty close.
Yeah, give me the 2 first.
Yeah, I would take the 2 firsts over Javante. So I'll take Lad and the 2 first.
Someone's giving up 2 first round picks just to. Oh my God. I'm assuming you're getting the Lad first side. Yeah, you got to take that. People just throwing away their picks. Okay, let's see. You know what? We haven't done a lightning round in a while. We're still almost not quite caught up to the super chats, but why not, right? Let's do a couple of regular ones. Alonzo Ledesma, Pacheco, or Mason?
Just give me Mason this week.
DC3, trade London for Herbert and Pollard.
No. I mean, you got to have a decent QB option.
If you're thinking of trading away London, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, what about Matt Percival? Drop Golden to stash Godwin.
Yeah, I guess I'm okay with that. I mean, Godwin should be back like week 5.
Right, and I would kind of just told Julio that it's a 10-teamer, which, by the way, that's what I thought it was. I think even in a 12-teamer, I don't want Godwin just sitting there in the waivers, right? In a couple of weeks from now, he's back.
Right.
We did this one a few times. Ricardo Molina and Joker, Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry
it is. All right, Anthony with a question. Bill or Hollywood to flex?
I think you got to go Hollywood. Bill does get a tough matchup against the Packers this week.
Agreed. All right, Drew, let's see if we can answer this. He says, nobody on YouTube or TikTok has any idea who is better between Evans and Adams.
Like, better how?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess even you were talking about real life receiver, that's even tough to say. They're both great.
For this week, I would say Evans.
Yes.
Overall, it's subjective.
Very subjective.
Not a question, but a worthy take. Kalen Sneed saying it's the best fantasy content on YouTube. I agree.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it. Actually, wow, I appreciate you. Super chatted just to say that. Definitely appreciate it.
Wow. Thank you.
All right. Good reminder, by the way, as we go on, we're still going to stay on for a few more minutes as we get caught up here. If you like it, thumbs up always helps. Does not hurt. Get some more people awareness because we still get new viewers all the time. We can never have a big enough community. Sebastian Montañez Oscos, coming from Mexico. Also appreciate our international viewers. Flex Pearsall or Monty?
Pearsall.
Yeah. This one is pretty easily Pearsall. All right, Jacob White wants a rating on this 10-man team. 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 receivers, 2 flex. Got Burrow, Bijan Achane, Bucky, Pollard, Bill, Benson, JSN, Ted, Harrison, Zay, Myers, Hollywood. Got Henry, Packers, and Boswell.
I mean, it's a good team. I mean, Bijan Achane and Bucky, JSN, Harrison, Ted, Zay, Myers, Hollywood. I mean, you don't have a true. I mean, well, maybe JSN is going to be a true number 1 wide receiver this year.
I know, right? That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, this team. I mean, the wide receiver room is more deep than front loaded, but maybe not.
I mean, if Harrison continues to break out, if JSN does this, the wide receiver room might be front loaded. I'll give this a 9. This is a good squad, even for a 10-teamer. Well done.
Yeah, you got Burrow there. 9 it is. All right, so Kalen did have a question. That's all right. Flexing Booty or Tillman?
I think I'm going to go Booty against your Dolphins.
I agree with that. Steelers or Ravens on defense? The Ravens get the Browns. The Steelers get the Seahawks.
I'm going to go Ravens against Flacco.
Assuming, again, with DST, that's part of the annoying thing why we prefer not to play with them is because, there's so many scoring systems. Like, it depends. Like, what is your league really prioritize? If it's turnovers, it got to be the Ravens, right? Flacco, I don't even say he threw 2 picks. The wide receivers gave interceptions to the secondary last week. But anyways, yeah, boring Seahawks defense, offense, I should say. They're not going to turn the ball over too much. How about this? Cassius Gaskin with the pretty epic avatar there. Have Adams and Puka. Would you move Adams and QJ for Brees?
I think if you need a running back, it's fair. QJ, I don't want to say it's like a throw in, but he is what he is. Like I think if you need a running back, it's fair. But I wouldn't trade Adams and QJ for Brees just because you have Adams and Puka.
Right. Yeah.
But if getting Brees helps your running back room, because maybe like you have, your RB2 is, like what we've seen some tonight where like Aaron Jones is their next best running back, or somebody like that. It's like, yeah, then go get Brees.
Yeah, it's fair. All right, Alan got one more. Pickens or Adams in half.
This one's close, but I think I like Adams a little more this week.
Right. Okay. No, chat answered it. What's up, Henry? Henry Odom traded HN for JSN. It's reasonable.
Seems fair. Seems fine. If you needed,
For the most part, they were both second round picks, right? Just HN early second, JSN late second. Again, HN still put up points. Even as bad as the Dolphins were, he should still be good all season, hopefully. I don't think JSN's going to do what he did. Obviously, there's no way he could possibly sustain that insane target share, but he might wind up being a little better even than we thought. But we'll see. We'll see. This is a team that still wants to run the ball. Okay, let's see who's next. We got with the medium turn. I'm trying not to get the same ones. Got some repeat questions here. All right, no, not that one. Here we go. Alpha Sploosh. What's an alpha sploosh? Kyler, Chase, BTJ, JT, Cook, Pitts, Debo, Hill, Chubb, Moore, Jones, Chubb again, Herb, Ingram. Starts it. 2 flex.
Is that Justin Herbert? If that's Justin Herbert, I put him in over Kyler.
Yeah. Where do I say no QB? But you have 2 QBs.
I don't know. I would also put DJ Moore in over Tyreek Hill. I'm not. Yeah. Give me DJ Moore.
All right. And then upgrade, anywhere to upgrade here? Pretty deep.
Not really. JT Cook, Aaron Jones. I mean, maybe tight end.
Yeah. No, I mean, you got good receiver depth, right? Debo, we'll see. Tyreek Hill, well, look. We just trade Tyreek Hill for whatever we can get at this point, just so that we don't have to worry about it if you think he has value.
Yeah, I mean, he still has name recognition. There's still people who believe. So, yeah, if you can, for sure.
Yeah, I might honestly try to trade away a couple of these crusty veterans. You got Tyreek, you got Chubb, you got Aaron Jones. Maybe still, he had a touchdown. We try to get a little more upside here. Trade for a guy like who didn't do much in week 1. And RJ Harvey had that one run. So, okay, people are, interested, but still, guys like that. Fly, go, Wio. Njoku, Kraft on the bench. I think we should flip-flop that. Or Fan and Johnson in the waiver pool. What do we think?
I mean, we said still go with Kraft.
Yeah, I think you want to start Kraft this week. I still am big enough on Kraft. I like him. Like the Packers like him. He's the guy there. Apparently, Luka Musgrave is just not going to be a thing. And if those guys are still on waivers, like you've been saying, you might as well just wait it out. But I think you'll be fine with Kraft. I really do. The Tomboy Respecter is in the house.
All right.
Respect. All right. Respect given. Respect due. Rate this team in half. 12-man. 5-man bench. Josh Allen, Cook, Brees, Chase, Flowers, JMO, Ferg, and Njoku, Rice, Braylon, Ray Davis, Tank.
Tank Davis. Who's Tank Davis?
Probably the other Tank.
Josh Allen, James Cook, Brees Hall. That's good. Jamar Chase, Flowers, Jameson. That's good. Ferguson and Njoku is okay. Rice on the bench. Braylon Allen. This is a 12-man league, and you got James Cook, Brees Hall, Josh Allen, Jamar Chase, Flowers. This is a really good team. I'll say 8-7-5.
Yeah, this is a good team. Solid at running back. Obviously, got Chase and Josh Allen. Yeah, it's a really good team. I'll say it again. I don't think Jake Ferguson is relevant. Just drop him. Maybe try to fetch someone else off a waiver wire from tight end. Just any of those players we've been talking about for the past 3 hours. Yeah, otherwise you're pretty good. You got Rashee Rice just waiting in the wings here. If that's Tank Bigsby, you could drop Tank Bigsby also. Try to get some more upside there at running back. All right. Alex Matos, big fan. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I don't know if there's any question here. I don't see a question.
Thank you.
Alex, if you did put a question, we'll definitely put it up. Appreciate you. Let's see. You know what? NMB also on here. Golden, Downs, Palmer, Juju, Kirk. How did we get here, NMB? Come on.
Wow, how did we get here? Boy. Kirk probably isn't even going to play. Juju, no. Downs against the Broncos. I don't know. Palmer and Golden, I guess, and hope for the best. How did we get here?
It's not Juju. Yeah, Palmer maybe. He makes a big play. I guess Downs, Golden. This week I'd probably just take Downs. But yeah, waiver wire hunting time. And Juice, important words. Taysom for life. We're gonna start a prayer circle for him to come back as soon as possible, right?
I'm surprised you're not like all in on Juwan Johnson now because he's actually playing and doing stuff.
Right? He should be your guy. Okay. All right. Alex does have a question, but it's a defense question. Commanders or Chargers? Commanders against the Packers?
You can't feel good about the Commanders against Packers. You know, the Packers just going to run a ton. They're not going to like give up a bunch of sacks and a bunch of turnovers. Let's go Chargers against the Raiders.
Right. Yeah, Raiders offense was pretty good in week 1, but still, I don't want to face the Packers. So let's do that. Chargers defense. And I think with that, we are up to date. We're caught up. Oh, Carl, well, got the membership here. What's up, Carl? Comfortable running with Harvey and Bill as RB2 in a 12-teamer, or trade Ridley or Pearsall for a Swift Pollard type?
I'm fine with Harvey and Bill.
Yeah, that's not like a major upgrade here, and I don't think that's helping you overall. You got Addison stash. No, I know you're like, well, I'm deep at receiver, but still, I don't think Swift Pollard type is going to move the needle. Harvey, I still believe in. Bill, yeah. Stick with what you got.
Yep.
Ryan, where did Brian come from? Taysom? Is that your firstborn?
Wow, you're old.
And thank you. Brian, as a gift, has some more draft lane issues for us to answer in Discord. All right.
All
it's the
right.
same thing. We'll get to that. You know what? Perfect segue way out. You still got questions. You got questions that pop up tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, whenever. Draft lane. Use the app. We can answer your questions, whether it starts it, waiver wire, trade, or there's just a ask a question feature you can type in. We don't just, put the start and the sit as you saw earlier, the trade. We can go through the entire roster. We can go through all your league mates rosters. If you ask the advanced trade question, we actually go into, it's like we're in the league there, and give you personalized feedback, or actually type the comments there. So it's like what we're doing here, but the convenience of your phone. So don't forget Draft Lane. You can still try code Endgame for some free credits there. If you haven't downloaded Draft Lane yet, download Draft Lane. Give us a 5-star rating. We appreciate that. Don't forget, like, subscribe. And before we get off, we have one more super chat. So it's Alex again. Had a trade come in. He wants to send me Ridley and Hollywood for Kamara and B-Rob.
I mean, as long as you're good at running back, like as long as you have guys to fill in for Kamara, I take this. Give me Ridley and Hollywood. I mean, Kamara, whatever, and Brian Robinson just a handcuff. Yeah, I'll take Ridley and Hollywood here.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. I mean, it's exactly. B-Rob's not making your starting lineup anytime soon. Hopefully never. And then Kamara's fine, but give me those 2 receivers. What about Julio was just offered Gibbs and either Ridley or Ibuka for Jamar Chase.
Wow. I mean, it seems fair, but again, this comes down to like, does Gibbs make your running back room significantly better? I know everybody's gonna be like, it's Gibbs, of course he does, but like, if you already have 2 really good running backs, does Gibbs really help? Versus now you get rid of the best wide receiver. Now your wide receivers might be just kind of okay. So it really comes down to team here. I mean, I think value-wise, like getting Gibbs and Ridley or Gibbs and Ibuka is more than enough for Chase. Just does it help your team?
Yeah, it's fair. It's enough, but exactly. Sometimes these trades just comes down to roster construction. So, and then you're in a 10-teamer. Makes it a little tougher, right? Ridley, Ibuka, they're not going to be probably set and forgets on your team. I mean, it's going to be up to you, though. I think it's fair, but don't think you have to take that. Okay. Don't think we have anything else for members or super chats, so we're going to get out of here. Don't forget, you can use Draft Lane as always. And don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications. If for some reason you don't have them on yet, because you'll know exactly when we go live again, which guess what? Going live tomorrow before the game, Thursday Night Football. I mean, week 2 is almost here, just like that. It's like I feel like we just finished week 1 and now we're starting another one. So here we go. Make sure you get all your start sit advice from the videos as well. Start sit for every position is out, plus more coming every day. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you. We'll see you on the next time.